Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Proficiency Bonus Twitch on Wednesday nights. My name is Ink. I am not your DM for this evening, but I am just here to give you a little starting announcement. You may recognize me and many of the faces here from our regularly Wednesday scheduled game, Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced. I'm just here to essentially say that Waterdeep Dragon Heist is currently on a little bit of a hiatus, but so in its place, this is what our new game on Wednesday nights is going to be, known as Vigil, Wildemount Chronicles. It is a wonderful, wonderful campaign that we've put together thanks to our wonderful DM Derek, who is going to be walking us through it. Taking place in the world of Exandria from Critical Role and Matt Mercer. Specifically starting us in the Menagerie Coast. That's just all I wanted to say. This is going to be our Wednesday game for the foreseeable future, but we'll be sure to keep you updated with any changes to the schedule as soon as we are aware of them. So, with that out of the way, for our general announcements, I'm going to toss it over to my very good friend Victoria.
Hello, everybody. It is I, the Master of Announcements. First of all, you guys already know what it is. The wonderful, the amazing Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear, and they are one of our lovely sponsors. You can check out their Twitter at LittleDragonCo1 to stay updated on all their awesome products, and don't forget to use the coupon code PROBONUS, PROBONUS, when you head over to littledragoncorp.com, and you'll get 10% off your order. So please check them out and support them. Additionally, thank you to Cardboard Castle Games for their support as well. They're a lovely game store local to the Evans, Georgia area. So please give them your support if you ever find yourself there, because they're really cool and they helped us out a lot during our birthday week. And don't forget to check out our other games. The schedule should be posted below the Twitch video feed, but if someone can do the schedule chat prompt in Twitch, that would be cool too. We have games every day. We have games for several major published 5th edition modules, as well as some homebrew games. Some of our games even feature systems that are not 5th edition. So hopefully we've got something that would be up your alley. Please check out and support all of the other awesome GMs, DMs, players, etc. here at Probo. And also just a quick thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for some of the music that we now use here on Wednesdays. He's a really awesome, very talented composer who has really great usage rights for like little channels like us. So please go check out his YouTube and his Patreon. Kristy, MYSTICHOUR.
Yeah. Well, this Thursday is a Star Wars week, so there's no MYSTICHOUR this week, but next week I will be back playing some more Dragon Age Awakening, or maybe Dragon Age 2. I haven't decided yet. One of the two. So yeah, come hang out.
I think that's
everything.
All of our announcements. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and just jump right into this. The year is 1834 PD, post-divergence, and with the typhoon rich winter coming to an end, the Menagerie Coast is in full swing of the spring season. The story starts in the month of Dulahe, just a few months before the zenith. Our four adventurers find themselves calling Port Zoon their home for different reasons. First, we have our gladiatorial fighter. Victoria, would you like to go ahead and describe who you're playing for us?
Oh my god, yeah, I didn't even expect that I was gonna have to do this. Yes. Hello everyone, my name is Tremayne Gilad. I am the most talented and beautiful fighter in all of Port Zoon and probably all of the Menagerie Coast. Out of character, she's an Earth Genasi fighter, like Battlemaster archetype, and she kind of, her skin looks like it's like made out of marble and her hair kind of looks like pink crystals. Yeah, I don't know, that's her.
Then next we have our blacksmithing cleric. Graf, would you like to go ahead and describe who you're playing?
Oh, hello. I am Reksha. I am newer, I suppose, to the town of Port Zoon. But I am happy to make as many friends as I can He is a very tall Firbolg with red horns that come around sort of like ram's horns on the top of his head. He is a forge cleric, obviously, and he really just likes to fight people and cook. Those are his two interests.
And then finally we have the two brothers, even though they're adopted. Would you all like to go ahead and describe your two characters? Either one can go first, doesn't matter.
Go for it, Ink.
Okay. Hello. My name is Dumka Ralene. I am the bastard son of the Ralene family and self-proclaimed the merchant prince of Port Zoon. Dumka is a half-orc, half-elven, blue dragon sorcerer, originally from Marquette, though now he lives with his mother's side of the family here in Port Zoon.
And I'm Zaknafein. My friends call me Zak. I am a full-blooded Drow, but thanks to my family's wealth, they managed to find me a nice enchantment band for my eyes, so the sunlight sensitivity isn't too bad here. He's kind of forced into this position. His parents dropped him off at this family, and they adopted him quite young. He's quite awkward and probably a little unconfident. He is a monk of the Sun Soul, but nobody knows that. He has a bit of a secret, and he lives a bit of a double life. During the day, he likes fiddling and making clothes and designing outfits, but at night, he is known as Port Zoon's Dark Phoenix, folk hero legend. So that'll be interesting to see what happens going forward.
Yes, it will. Settled between Fioland and Nicodranus, Port Zoon is the industrial center of the Clovis Concord. Wealthy Merchants Guild employ dozens of arcane and scientific experts. The cityscape is dotted with strange towers, pillars of smoke, and exhaust from raging furnaces. Though it is less vibrant than other coastal cities, and jokingly referred to as New Oath by outsiders, what Port Zoon lacks in liveliness and splendor in more ways make up in the manufacturing and cutting-edge science. Entire districts dedicated to metallurgy and smithing produce some of the best anvil masters in the region, and the majority of the goods and tools crafted here are sold along the Gilded Roadway to support the rest of the Menagerie Coast. A gargantuan temple of Moradin looms over the city, with large cables that tether his towering statue to other high points across the city. Dangling from these cables are glowing lanterns that light the evening sky with flickering flames. A quarter of the docks here are home to the Clovis Concord's reserve fleet. But recently, a new mercenary company has started up in Port Zoon called the Iron Line. This was funded and founded by our four adventurers, and that is where this story begins. It is the morning after a recent escapade at night that the four undertook to apprehend some thieves that were burgling random citizens' homes and some of the lesser temples in the city. This group was hired to apprehend the individuals and bring them to justice, which they did after a kind of a stakeout kind of thing they set up. Were able to find their hideout and stalk them to their next prey's home. So after apprehending these individuals, they turned them into the guard and made their way back home, where they got a long rest, and they are reconvening back in the morning at the Iron Line headquarters, which is a warehouse they bought in the docks. But as you all arrive at different times during the day, is there anything that you all would like to do this morning?
well, there's something you missed that's kind of awkward among the party at the moment. All four of us were there, but it wasn't Zach. It was the Dark Phoenix that showed up. So my party is probably a little angry that I didn't show up. So I'm hiding in my room at the moment.
Knowing that I was not able to see my brother back at the back at our house, our family's villa, I am assuming that he is here. That does not mean that I get up early in the morning to go here. I must have my beauty sleep. But I come in, I lay out some of the fresh designs that I have gotten from all of my friends in various artisanal parts of the city as we are trying to decide on our logo. And I have all of these little sketches and different color palettes, and I lay all of those out for Halforc and Emir, as well as my companions, to look forward to. And then probably am making my way up to where we have made our boarding area upstairs.
Okay. Quick note, Halforc is currently not in the shop at the moment when you arrive this morning. Emir is there, working on some different things around the shop, as she normally is, trying to upkeep the building. So, yeah, you make your way up.
Okay.
You would probably, because we have like the whole warehouse area that's like we haven't developed yet, right? Tremayne's in there, like she's just swanging, she's practicing, doing some push-ups.
Good morning, Tremayne.
Good morning, Dumka. How are you?
I am right as rain. Do you know if Zach is in? And he kind of nudges his head towards the only door with a lock on it in this place.
You know, she kind of like pauses in the plank position from a push-up and like looks up at you. I have not seen Zach since yesterday, well before we had our little encounter with the thieves. I don't know where he is. You could I don't bother knocking on his door, but you could try.
He is definitely not at home, so I'm going to assume he's here. How long have you been here? It is so early. It's like what? Like 11 o'clock?
I've been staying in the bunk room with Halforc and Emir.
Okay, that's what explains.
I've been awake for a few hours.
Where's Reksha?
Reksha probably would show up a little later, not because he was that he likes to sleep in, mostly because he probably woke up and was like, I need to go meet my friends today. I'm going to make breakfast. So probably shows up with a bag full of food like he does to like most occasions. Like in his arms, his club is like strapped probably on his back so he can carry that too.
Actually, I think that I may smell him. Seems like he went and hit the market as well. There's probably something for you to eat downstairs. At least soon. After your workout. I'm not going to stop you. Please, it looks very good.
Yeah, almost done. Dude, push-ups.
He will knock one of his scaled draconic fingers against Zach's door.
Hi.
So as you are here, can I come in? Is the door locked?
You hear bed covers rustling and then the little padded feet before you hear the door unlock. It doesn't open for you, but he unlocks it.
I'll open it. I'll open it, go in, and he goes to close the door and he looks at Tremayne. It's kind of like... shuts it. leans against the door and kind of folds his arms. So, I was thinking about how I would like to talk about this. First off, where did you go last night? We were supposed to. You came back here.
Yeah, I
That,
was feeling a little nauseous, you know?
We
Maybe
got
it
the
was nerves.
bandits, the burglars.
What was that?
We got them.
Oh, you got them.
Yes, we did.
Good job.
I wish that you had been there to see it. The Dark Phoenix actually made an appearance.
Lucky you.
Perhaps. But, Is this really... Is this really a nerves thing? You knew what we were going to be getting into. It is a mercenary company, Zach.
I mean, yeah, I was nervous to go out with you guys. Alright, let me be... Brother. I want to be a designer, not a mercenary. But you guys seem so excited about it, you know? And I
You
thought,
seemed
you know,
excited
I just
about
thought
it too.
it would be nice to spend some time with you, but this isn't really my thing, man.
Zach, this is the only reason why I suggested it in the first place is because I wanted to spend time with you as well. You spend so much time in your room alone when you could be enjoying the different parts of the city. I don't know what you like to do.
I really did puke a little bit last night. It was definitely nerve-wracking. I didn't want to go.
I mean, I can understand it. It is, I mean, they were armed. And it was dangerous.
Yeah. And, like, I've been trained in martial arts, but I'm not... I probably get killed, man.
And I don't want you to. Look, I can understand this. Some of the others you may need to explain, but maybe we can find another use for you. Not to say that you're not useful, but if you don't want to actually be going out and dealing with the problems directly, maybe we can find something else to do. I just wish that you had told me.
I know, you're right. I should have told you, but oh, it's embarrassing.
Well, you may be hard pressed to get your portion of the reward money.
No, that's fine. I don't need money. We got money at home.
I suppose that is true. Well, I think Reksha is cooking downstairs, so whenever you want to come down and maybe talk about it, that is where I'm going to be.
You think they're mad?
I think that actually the other two will be happy that they just had more people to fight on their own. They seem to be more of that sort of persuasion. I do want the designer's eye to look
at great,
it.
Man. Like, I love it, but
You were just flattering me.
no, it's good what you did.
It was... I don't want to toot my own horn, but I thought that I did a pretty good job. I don't get to use these little magic fingers too often, so it's nice to get the practice in. I have new designs from some of my friends for the logo and everything for the business. I would love to get your opinion on it when you have the time.
Yeah, I could
go
help you
see.
guys come up with like a uniform or something for we start expanding.
I mean, as long as there is room for modification in the uniform, I do not want to cover up too
I
many
will
of
do
my
my
efforts.
best to spend as much time with you as possible, brother, but you know.
I'm going to go see what Reksha has made.
Alright, I'll be
It
down
smells
shortly.
delicious.
I'm gonna see if I can see Paws. I think she went out this morning.
Okay. Good catching up.
Yeah.
He leaves, gives a little nod to Tremayne. He's going to go downstairs.
Okay. And about this time, as you're leaving Zach's room, you hear Alifein re-enter the warehouse. Guys, I have good news! Very good news! I have a job. I have the first job for you all that I found.
Oh, welcome back, Pretty. Look at you.
Is everyone here?
Of course. Reksha, we have a job.
Comes in from the back room. I was almost done setting it up, but it can wait. Nothing is going to burn. I finished that already.
What about Zach? Is he?
I'm coming down with Paws on my shoulder, my black tressum. Or my grey tressum, sorry.
You heard her from all the way up there?
I was already
That is
coming
impressive. So your ears are big, you hear a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, like I said, I have the first mission. You remember how I told you the individual was coming through town from the Righteous Brand, from the Empire? Well, they showed up today, and I guess I was lucky enough to be one of the first people to meet with their captain. His name was Brill, and he's looking to hire a group of people to go looking for 5 individuals that broke off from the regiment. And hopefully it was okay. You all said that you wanted me to find jobs for you, so I accepted this job. The job was they wanted you to bring back a signet from the individuals as proof of their death, and they would pay you 100 gold per signet. And then she kind of holds out like a little, kind of like a receipt, almost, of like a contract, basically. Hopefully that was okay. I thought it'd be a good job to get our names out there and everything. Well, what do you all think?
Yes, this seems like some things that we should probably take a look at.
I have a couple questions, yes, but I suppose I can discuss that more later. It seems like a simple enough job.
Member of the Righteous Brand. Interesting.
She hands over this kind of like contract sheet of paper with her signature and also the captain's signature on it also.
She hands it over, I just pinch her little cheek and go a little...
Stop that. So on the contract it says, as proof of death, they need the signets that the Righteous Brand carry on them. And for every signet you bring back as proof of death, they'll give you 100 gold per each one. They also...
The deserters.
Yes.
So
I mean, that's at least what the captain said. That they left the regiment on the way here, and they were last seen heading into the Syros End forest.
Much stricter punishment than deserting the Zalezo. You desert the Zalezo, they just say fuck you, and it's basically over. But killing them is, well, the Empire's intense, I suppose.
Did you say that they went into the Syros End forest?
Yes. I'm not sure where that is. But
I know exactly where that is.
As that is where you're from, Reksha.
Indeed it is, yes. Reksha, you would know that this forest is about a 3 days travel from the city to the forest, since you had made this journey once before already.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, this indeed is the forest that you originated from. So, and basically on the sheet, this contract is, like I said, there are 5 of them that apparently left the regiment and went into the forest, and they just basically want proof of death that you found and took care of them, basically. So.
Interesting that they don't want them just returned.
Yeah, what if
Yes, I
what if
find
they're
that
already
strange.
dead? What if they didn't desert? Maybe they're like
What if they're being black? What if they did something that angered this person, and now they're on the
Well, that's
run?
why I'm wondering if they got like other charges or just desert.
Well, logically, if they wanted proof of death without knowing that these people were actually dead, it's either that they're expecting us to deal with them, or that they broke a rule of some sort. Which I suppose basically ends up meaning the same thing either way.
Do we want to go talk to the leader of this group of righteous band, or just head off?
This, what is his name? Brill?
Yes, Brill. One other thing, it's not on the contract, but the other 10 members of the Righteous Brand that is here with Captain Brill, apparently they're going to be leaving in 2 weeks' time, so it is kind of a time-sensitive mission. I probably should have put that on the contract. I am still learning all the information I should be adding to this, so sorry about that.
That's okay, Ali. You're working so hard.
Well,
So
thank you.
cute.
Oh, you're always so sweet.
You probably said before when you were talking about them coming into the city, why is the Righteous Brand in the city again? I know that they guard the Wayun gates, but why are they so far into the Clovis Concord?
Well, the captain said they were just doing some training outside of in unfamiliar territory is what he told me. So.
I suppose. Alrighty then. I am okay with going to talk to this Brill.
Well, I don't feel particularly drawn to speak to him, but I figure if you want to, you have a way with words.
I'm pretty interested in the kind of person he is.
All of those Empire types have such punchable faces.
They do.
You wanted to tell me no, but you couldn't.
I wanted to tell you no, but they just have.
They're so serious all the time.
I mean, Reksha and I could go speak if you do not want to, Tremayne. You could make sure that all of our gear is ready and in tip-top shape. Zach? Remember what we just talked about this. Are you doing this?
I don't know.
How about, well, I mean,
Talk about it.
you could, clean our gear if you don't want to fight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
How about... Oh, go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, I will kill all of them for you if you give me your share of the money. Zach, you can just sit on your pretty purple behind the whole time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Zach, it does not necessarily mean that we have to fight them. We don't know if they're actually even alive.
I
You could
know. It
just...
feels weird.
You could use this as time to get out of the city. Get some fresh air. travel a little bit.
You're weird.
If you want me to come, I'd rather not, but...
I want you to do what you want to do. I will go talk to this Brill and see what kind of man he is.
Have you spoken to Mom?
Correct. That just came out of nowhere. Why would I need to talk to Mom?
Well, you think she's gonna want to know if the two of us leave.
I think that we are perfectly capable adults, and that if we want to go...
I agree, but you know Mom. You gonna tell Mom that? Have fun.
How about that can be what you do for me?
Oh, that's much okay.
You can go...
I see how it is.
She really, really likes you.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go talk to Brill. And then it is all good. Yes?
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so you'll talk to Mother. Wonderful. Reksha, why don't we go see if we can find this very punchable, righteous brand soldier man?
But not punch him, correct?
But
try not to punch
to
him.
be determined. We are going to try not to punch him. We are going to just... because he's giving us money.
Right, you don't want to punch him if he's gonna give you money.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you. That is what we say. Yes.
Should I go with Zach? I will keep you safe in the city. I don't want you to get hurt on your way to your big fancy house.
Why would I get hurt?
You're very dainty.
I'm not that dainty.
I'm kidding.
Have you seen my abs?
They're very nice. But you don't want to use them for anything, so I will use mine to protect you. How about that?
Wow, thanks, Tremayne. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fun.
I'm gonna ruffle Zach's hair.
What?
I'm going to lead Reksha out of the warehouse so that we can go find this man.
Dumka, before you go, they're at the Rising Falcon. That's where they're having drinks and eating lunch.
At least they have good choice. All right, thank you.
Oh,
no problem.
We didn't eat breakfast. It's fine.
I'll anime style
Look at
grab
you
something
go.
and stuff it in my mouth as I walk out the door.
Sandwich in the mouth?
You can also make sure that we have food for the road, because it seems like we are going to be going on a little trip. So that works for now.
Face lights up, like, yes, I get to more.
This is the first time that you're going to be going home in the last year.
I am home.
That is very nice for you to say. I just going back to where you came from before you were in the city.
That is true, yes.
And the Stereosend is a pretty big forest, is it not?
I'd say it is it gets a little iffy the farther you go into it.
I suppose that is like forests. Alright, well, let's go find this man so that we can see if there's any other information.
Okay, so you all make your way to the Rising Falcon Tavern, which you all visit often enough, so it doesn't take you long to find your way to this tavern. But you arrive to the familiar building of a stone exterior, and as you enter, it's all the inside is lined with wood, and this building has a lower floor that has a few tables with a hearth on one end of it, and a bar with a gentleman standing behind it. Then it has a flight of stairs that lead up to a balcony that overlooks the bottom, that also has a few more tables up on top for a little bit more of a private section if you wanted a little bit more privacy to your meal. But the individual standing behind the bar is a familiar face to you, both you. His name is Falk. He is a human male, shoulder-length red hair, a well-kept beard, and always has a friendly look to his face as you enter, but always seems busy, because it seems that he is both the barkeep and waiter of the tavern. He has some cooks in the back, but other than that, he does all the front of the office work himself. But you also hear the familiar cry of the Falcon that you know as Atlas as you enter. That always has a perch up above the door and always lets out a cry as anyone enters the building. As you enter, Falk looks up and sees you all and kind of gives a wave. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Thank you, Falk. And Dumka is immediately patting down the little hissing pseudo-dragon that is hiding in his scarf, that is very much so not a fan of the Falcon.
Yeah.
Just could you just behave about one time? One time when we come in here. Are the Righteous brand pretty easy to pick out?
Definitely. You're used to seeing the people of Port Zoon has a certain attire to them, and this is a more of a working class tavern, you could say. And the individuals there isn't 10 of these individuals in here at the time. There's maybe 3 or 4 of them sitting at one table, and then there is one gentleman sitting at another one by himself. But this one stands out. All the other people here are wearing leathers of silver and a dark crimson. Silver and dark crimson leathers. The individual that's sitting by himself at a table has a metal helmet sitting on the table next to him, and he is in full plate armor that is in the same color scheme of the silver and dark crimson also. And he just seems to be sitting there eating and drinking some ale or whatever he might be partaking in. But doesn't seem to pay you any mind as you enter the tavern.
I don't mean to jump to conclusions, but I think that's our guy.
Those are most definitely our guys. I'm going to ask them some questions. I want to know what you think of them. Empire types can be interesting.
Can I insight check the group of people?
What are you trying to...
I'm just trying to get you know how you walk up to somebody and you can tell...
Vibe check.
Yeah, you can tell, this person is going to be good to talk to, or this person is going to be, a jerk. I want to see how uptight these people are.
Are they, if they're,
Okay.
standoffish?
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and make an insight check for me.
A general vibe check. 18 plus 5, I think is 23.
Well, the 3 individuals that are sitting off by themselves, they are talking amongst themselves. It looks like they're having a nice conversation. They don't seem to be paying any mind to anybody else that is in the tavern currently. And they're not being loud by any means. They're just having a nice conversation to themselves. However, the other one that's by himself, he doesn't necessarily give you a unfriendly vibe, but probably someone that keeps to himself, that is very to the book kind of person. So
Okay.
Captain Staggett reincarnated.
Oh no.
Hello, Captain. Dumka's going to sidle on over to the man that is sitting alone.
Okay.
He will not immediately sit down, but as he approaches, he will just simply ask, hello, I am looking for a possibly a Captain Brill of the Righteous Brand. Would you be the one to whom I am trying to meet?
He takes a second to finish eating, taking the last bite before he looks up to you. Yes, that is me. What can I help you with?
Hello, Captain. Is it the Captain?
Yes, it is.
Lander? Okay. Captain, it is nice to meet you. My name is Dumka of the Ralene family, and I am here as a representative of the Iron Line. Pleasure to be at your service, sir.
It is a pleasure to meet you also. I think I talked to someone from your group earlier today.
Yes, Ali Fayen. She's a wonderful person. She has sent us your contract, and I was just hoping that perhaps my companion and I could just get a little bit more extra information about the job and just make sure that everything is good before we go out to carry it out for you.
Sure. You can ask away. I will answer as truthfully as I can.
Do you mind if I have a seat?
Sure, be my guest.
Of course. I hope that you are the Rising Falcon is a wonderful choice of eatery for coming to Port Zoon. I hope that you are enjoying the fruits of the Menagerie Coast for what little time that you are staying here.
Yes, actually, your friend is the one that recommended us to come here. So far it's been quite good.
That is very good. I have not introduced. This is my companion by the name of Reksha. He is also a member of our group.
It's nice to meet you also. But you had questions?
Yes. These soldiers, or possibly no longer, that you are wanting us to locate and possibly deal with, respectfully. These men, the contract had an implication that these are deserters?
Yes, they are. As we were moving past the Cirrus and forest, we one night saw 5 of them exiting the camp that we had set up and heading into the forest. So
that is very strange, because I do not believe that desertion would be necessarily a large problem within the Empire. I have not been myself, so correct me if I am wrong.
you could say the 5 individuals might not have been up for the task of being a righteous brand soldier. So instead of coming forward and being honest, they chose to leave in the dead of night. And I cannot return without them being dealt with, or that would look bad on me as their training officer.
That is completely understandable. I ask them, is it not more in line that you would want them simply returned to you so that they can meet whatever justice they are meant to have under your command or back within the Empire?
To me, if you're going to desert your fellow comrades, then you deserve death, in my opinion.
You hold a very high standard to your soldiers. That is something that I simply must respect.
I do.
In doing so, as Representative Reksha and I, we also have a standard that we need to uphold. I wanted to talk with you, as we need to make travel to go and do this job for you. We need to make sure that we have all of our supplies in line. Now, I understand that the reward is 100 gold pieces for any of the signets that we return to you.
Yes.
Typically, for contract, we would like to have at least an upfront payment, at least to cover our travel expenses. Is that something that we can arrange before we make our leave?
How much of a upfront payment are you asking for?
Remind me again how many soldiers we are to be going to retrieve.
There's 5 of them that deserted.
So we would probably send at least 4 of our members. They all have their own gear, travel for all of them. Might I say, we just simply get 75 gold up front to cover all of our equipment and travel costs there and back.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Because you're such a nice man. It is going to be a 18.
He thinks to himself for a second. I think I can do that. If this would help along the proceedings.
It is good. It is for in good faith that all of our group gets a little bit of incentive upfront, just to be professional. I didn't want to ask, for too much, as we do still need to complete the job. 75 would be very, very amicable.
I can agree to these terms. And then you see him reach down to his side, pull off a coin pouch, and counts out 7 platinum and 5 gold.
I wanted to see if he used platinum. He
And
takes
puts the coin pouch back on his belt.
He takes all of it except for 1 platinum, and will actually give the rest for Reksha to hold.
Okay.
And he keeps one of the coins in his, and he flips it between his fingers. He does one of those things. Very good. We will make our preparations soon. Reksha, is there anything that you wanted to ask the good captain?
Reksha stares at the captain for a while, but just shakes his head.
All right.
I will say that out of the 5, there is really only one individual that you need to worry about combat-wise, and that is a female named Karu. She is quite skilled with a blade. The other 4 are a little less so.
I will make note. Though, trust me, the fighters of the righteous brand are a very hardy sort.
That is what I've heard. I look forward to seeing you again before we set out in 2 weeks.
Yes, of course. Please go back to your meal. It has been an absolute pleasure to be in your service.
And he kind of just gives a small head bow and goes on continuing eating his food.
I would motion for us to go, and Dumka will lean in, and he'll be like, and you are in this city, when you are doing work for anyone, get paid up front, Reksha.
I'll keep that in mind. He kind of gives one last glance back at the big guy.
What did you think of him?
I think that having people killed to save face isn't a very likable trait.
I would agree. But they take desertion and therefore treason very, very seriously in the Empire.
I can see that.
I will. They're very young. They're only trainees, but that is the job.
I will continue to make judgment once I meet them.
Let us try and find the rest of our companions so that we can go about this business.
Okay.
Alright, so you all make your way back to your warehouse. The other 2, what are you all doing?
I'm heading to the Ralnea estate.
I'm
Alright.
following as long as Zach lets me. I don't know if this is like a secret house,
No,
secret
it's not
mansion.
a secret house. No, it's not a secret house.
Yeah. Is it big? Is your house big? Is it bougie?
I'd imagine so. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent.
Yeah. But yeah, you make your way to your home, get to the front gates, and open them up, and make your way towards the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way inside. Currently, you don't see any signs of your mother or father. However, you do get greeted by a few of the servants that are helpers that you all have to help upkeep on the house. They're around cleaning and doing things like that. So you walk in and see one, and they greet you, of course, as you enter. And I think your mother and father is somewhere in the house. I'm not exactly sure. Do you need me to go find them for you?
Yeah, find me, Mom.
Sure. And they go running off in different directions of the house looking for your mother. About 5 minutes later, she comes walking down the stairs and, oh, honey, how have you been?
Hey, Mom. Sorry, it's been a minute. So brother wants to take a job outside the city.
Okay. What kind of job is he taking?
Well, you know how we all started that mercenary company, yeah?
Of course.
Well, I guess he got his first job, and it's up north of the city, about 3 days. So we'll be going about like a week.
That's quite a distance.
Yeah.
Are you sure you both want to do this?
He don't. He do. I don't. But yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
Okay. Just be safe. Do you need anything for your trip?
Nah, we should be good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
Well, she kind of walks up and like gives you a very tight hug, and almost a little bit too
Looking
long
over my shoulder,
hug.
Tremayne, like fuck.
Almost, it lasts for almost, like a little bit too long. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a little
long.
awkward.
Yeah, that's
And she's like, just be careful. I don't want anything to happen to either one of you.
This is Tremayne, one of the
Oh,
Iron Line.
I am sorry. It's nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure, madam, and do not worry. With me at your son's side, they will be perfectly safe. I will protect them like they are little eggs. Not a single crack will come upon them when they are with me.
I very much appreciate that. Thank you
It's not
for.
accurate. Sorry. It was hella jaunty.
I very much appreciate that. Here, she kind of comes towards you and tries to give you a hug too.
Oh yeah, I give it. We just bear hug, Mom.
Thank you for protecting them.
I pick her up a little bit.
Oh dear, you're very strong. Okay, well I think that's enough. She kind of pats your back.
Yeah, just
But you said about a week. You say?
about a week. Maybe don't tell Dad right away. Tell him we're a little busy. Don't tell me left. You know.
I don't know if I can really do that, but maybe.
All right. Well, tell him when we leave. How about that?
Sure. I can do that. I can wait until dinner. How about that? When are you leaving? Are you leaving today or?
I think we're leaving today. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just be careful, please.
We will, Mom.
Give Dumka a hug for me.
I will.
Thank you.
I'll give her a kiss on the cheek.
Will you make sure Zach gives Dumka a hug for me? She's looking at you, Tremayne.
Sorry, I was typing about their mom being a MILF at the time. I didn't know what you said.
She asked you to make sure that Zach gives Dumka a hug for her.
Oh, I will make sure
You're
that
1 hour into this and you're already saying that my mother is a MILF?
Madam, I will make sure that the boys start and end their day with brotherly hugs and camaraderie and fraternity.
Oh, thank you. I quite like her,
Yeah,
Zach.
I thought you might.
I quite like you, madam.
Oh, thank you.
I
You're
was
so
worried you
sweet.
might. Alright, I'ma go.
Well, if you think of anything that you might need, you can before you leave. You can come back and maybe I can help you with something. I don't know what I could do, but
I'll
I
ask
give you some
Dumka if
extra
he
money or
needs any.
something. Maybe I don't know.
It's fine, Mom. We don't need your money. Just keep it.
Okay.
You
Sure.
already helped us enough with the business part, so it's fine.
Well, something that you all wanted to do, so I'm glad to support your dreams.
Well, hopefully Dumka can help me pay you back.
To be honest, I didn't really think it was going to be this dangerous, but I think hopefully you will be fine. And she seems like you get the sense that she's maybe trying to stall you from leaving a little bit. But eventually she stops and you say goodbyes again for probably the third time and exit the manor.
That was easier than I thought it'd be, but that's good. Probably just because Dad's not there.
Yeah, your mother's a lovely woman.
She is. She's a good woman.
We should probably meet back up at the warehouse, make sure we have all of our supplies, and head out, yeah?
Aye, let's go.
Alright, so eventually
go
everybody reconvenes back at the warehouse. I would probably say Dumka and Reksha get back first. They were a little bit closer. But yeah, eventually everybody shows back up. And what do y'all want to do now?
So here's a quick... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I was just gonna ask, because there's like the starter gear that you get, and like for the starter pack that I took, like I have like a bedroll. Do I actually have the starter gear, or?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to factor that into like buying other stuff because we're like still poor right now.
Yes, everybody got the starting equipment for your class. Also, I don't know if we said this, all the player characters are at level 4 for the campaign.
Yeah.
So
We're not baby.
yeah. Yeah, everybody has their starting gear that they the background in class gave them, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make that was just a logistics thing.
We the Dumka would just explain like I was able to get 75 gold to be paid up front so that we can use that for anything that we may need, as well as we have the gold from the last job. So
If you're muted, Graph, if you're talking.
The man said something about a lady who was a group in the deserters that we should watch out for.
a skilled swordswoman by the name of Karu.
Good to know.
Not that I think that is going to be a problem for you.
Probably not.
These are just trainees, as it would turn out.
And they just left?
Supposedly, they left in the middle of the night and fled into the forest. The captain believes it is because they could not handle it, so to speak. They did not have the cojones.
Which is a little interesting to me, considering that the deeper you go into that forest, it gets considerably more dangerous. There are some pretty destructive, I'd say, creatures in there. So if they could not handle beat training, then why would they go somewhere that would probably put all of their training to use fairly often?
Also, Reksha, you would know that the Sirosen forest is a very dense forest, made mostly of soft wood, and the floor of the forest is also covered in ferns.
Okay.
So it is very difficult if you're not careful to traverse the area also. very easy to get like tripped up and
This is some like Pacific Northwest type like forest.
kind of
411 forest, oh no!
We're going to Kristy's territory. We're going to Forks. We're going to see Edward and Bella.
Oh no!
Oh god, what? No. There is no sparkly vampires.
Reksha, what is in your opinion, do you think that they even still live?
They might, if this Karu girl is as good as the man says.
Alright.
Do you think that people of military training in a small group like that with 5 people could survive for some time? They are not civilians by any measure. Even though they were trainees, they still had to have some sort of skill.
And they would be armed.
Do you think they would be okay, Reksha?
Do I think they would be okay? I believe that either there's something that we're missing, or that they would 100% not be okay.
Alright. I can get my things if we're going to be going.
I will go pack up as much food as I can for the trip.
Can you make those little sandwiches you made that one time a few weeks ago?
Yes, of course.
No
with that cheese?
No.
Oh, before we do anything, hold on. Everyone stop. Dumka, please stand over here.
Oh. Bloody hell.
Oh, okay. He will step there.
Can you please put your hands out in front of you like this, all the way? Zach, please stand over here.
Wait.
I just go over and hug.
I am
Dumka.
respecting the wishes of your mother. Your mother asked me personally to make sure that you hug. And by God, I will respect that woman's wishes.
Mom wanted to make sure that I hugged you. Yeah, we're done. I
Get ready to do that every morning.
It seems that she didn't indicate it needed to be every morning. You added that stipulation.
I want to make sure that she's fully satisfied in every way.
You guys seem a little
Can you
bit
not
upset.
use that word in that sentence with my mom's name on your lips?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Personally, I think a hug every morning sounds swell.
Right, Reksha, I'm just trying to make sure that these brothers love each other.
I love
And
him!
that they-
I don't need to hug him every second I see him. Maybe when he
Honor
goes
the
away
wishes.
and comes back, yeah, we hug, but like...
Should you not start and end your days with the love of your brother, knowing as you lay your head down to rest and
I
start
have
your
the
day?
love of my brother. I don't need it.
Yes, but your mother's wishes.
Well, Tremayne,
Reksha's on my side, so if you two want to fight about it,
if you like hugging so much, then you and Reksha can have a hug every morning.
I will hug Reksha at any time. Come here, big guy. we have big muscle bro hug.
Because like it does look kind of comfy.
There's probably that moment like we both have our arms around each other, and then I would imagine we're not in armor right now. We're just in shirts, and we both like flex into the hug, and it's just like biceps.
Yeah, it's that hug you can see the energy come off of.
I lean over to Zach and I'm like, that was not a brotherly hug.
Your friends
don't know
are
what
weird, bro.
My friends.
You found
Our-
them, not me.
They are our friends.
Your friends.
Okay.
As they're hugging, Alifan comes around the corner and sees it. Oh, can I would like to get into this hug if it's okay.
Oh yeah, come here.
She comes running over and
Okay,
gets
well,
into the hug.
We
Okay,
sandwich her.
We are a mercenary company. This is a lot of hugging for a
I'll grab
mercenary
Zach and try to pull him into the hug.
Oh, everybody's coming in. Come here.
Everybody.
I'll get pulled in.
Yeah, Dumka's getting pulled in. Zach is, unless he resists, is attempted to be pulled in.
Dumka's cheek is like pressed against like Press against Reksha's chest is a good team.
This seems so unnecessary.
Meanwhile, Emir is standing over. I'm good. I'm not a big hug person.
Help me.
Everyone, move the
I
group.
break the hug and I run over and I grab her.
Move the group. Move. Shuffle it over.
I grab her, the group shuffles over, we get her in the hug, and we all hug.
Her hands are like to her side, and she is just not.
This is what you get for not helping me, lass.
All right.
This is very awkward and uncomfortable. Can we please stop this?
Do we need to get any gear?
Do we need tents? I don't have a tent. Does it rain?
Oh,
Is it rain? Oh, it was winter. We're coming out of winter. It might rain.
We are going to camp. I have not gone camping in quite a while. That was actually not since I found you, little friend. And he scritches underneath Pick's chin.
Pix leans into it and just accepts the little scritches.
Jess, we should probably get tents. I need to have a change of clothes. Or 2. 5.
Reksha's got the food covered. Zach can repair all of our clothes. I can chop firewood.
No, this is going to be fun. Minus the hunting down soldiers. But the fun nonetheless.
It sounds kind of fun.
It sounds kind of fun. It sounds like a good first job. Getting on the well-earned name of the Righteous Brand is a very good start for us. Thank you, Alifein, again, for your work in that regard. That was very well done.
Of course. Do you still want me to be looking for other jobs while you all are gone, or would you like me to wait until you come back?
But of course, as much work as possible.
Well, okay.
Just we're not going to be here for 6 days.
You can time it for the 6 days, yeah?
Yeah, time
Yeah,
it.
of course. I will let if I find any other work, I will let them know that you all are out on a mission currently, and we'll be back a week?
Roughly.
6 days? Okay.
Give it about the 6, probably at most a 10-day. If we're going for more than a 10-day, maybe alert someone.
I should probably get my good books.
Who should I alert if you're gone for 10 days?
Well, if we're gone for 10 days, you better come in and look for us. You better run your cute little behind into the woods and find us.
Sure. Could I possibly have some extra money just in case that happens? So maybe I could hire some other people to help come look for you? I'm not very useful in...
How much you need?
Oh, I don't know.
10.
Enough to hire a few people, I guess.
There's the 50 gold in the coffer from the last job.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can do that.
We should only need maybe 10 gold to buy the supplies, so perhaps we can leave the rest of whatever that guy gave you.
Let's go quickly get these supplies and get on the road.
Okay, well, you all be safe, and I will see you when you return.
Thank you for the bit, Sarah. We love you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Alrighty then. Tents? Reksha has food. Do we need anything besides tents?
You would all know that you have... I'm pretty sure most of you all would have 10 rations to start off with, too, with starting gear.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, you're free to buy some more if you want. But yeah, you can... if you're looking for tents, you can find some tents. Let me see what the price of them would be. Venturing gear tents.
It's like 2?
Yeah, I think it's 2 gold.
Yeah, the inventory on D&D Beyond says a 2-person tent is 2 gold.
Yeah, so you can go to just a general store and find someone selling tents. and you can buy them for 2 gold if you would like to do that.
I will buy 1 tent, and may I please also buy a crowbar?
Sure.
It's also 2 gold on.
Yeah.
Does our family have horses?
No, they do not.
Because I wasn't thinking about getting like a horse. I just wanted 1 horse to like carry all of our shit because we don't have a bag of holding.
Okay, I still have not finished doing my backstory stuff yet, but one of the things that I did is I rolled on that table. I have a horse.
Yeah, she does have a horse.
I saved a riderless horse wearing full tack and harness from wolves. I own a riding horse and a saddle, and I have proficiency in animal handling.
Yeah.
Which is not actually on my sheet, but I will, yeah.
There we go, so we can load it all up on your horse.
I will say that when you all bring this up, Reksha would say that when you get to the forest, it's going to get very difficult to traverse the forest with a horse. Just keep that in mind. So it will slow you down. I mean, it's doable, but it will slow you down.
Going through the forest.
Because this forest is a very dense forest.
Going through the forest without a horse is way easier than it is with a horse.
But Sapphire, where would I put her?
I'm sure you could post her up outside the forest, but if another creature, say, decides to wander near the edge, that is a snack waiting for it.
I trained Sapphire how to fight, and she likes the taste of flesh. Maybe. I don't actually know for sure, but I bet she does.
I could buy us another horse that you don't have sentimental attachment to.
Well, no, Sapphire's a very reliable steed, and I trust her. These other horses, I don't know where they've been, or who they tell their secrets to.
We can just walk through the forest a little slower.
I could ask.
The horse?
Yes.
Will you ask
Oh,
Sapphire?
that thing that you do. I forget that you do this thing.
Why does my camera keep getting blurry? Can you talk to Sapphire and see if she's okay with it?
Yes. I will let you know I cannot understand what she says back to me.
Just tell her, like,
Okay, so you have explained this to
no.
You have explained this to me before, so couldn't I just also say that I can talk to horses? like anyone could just say that then, because, well, I do not know what the horse is saying, but they definitely understood what I was saying. Like, couldn't anyone just say that then?
Anyone can say that, but only one person right now is telling the truth.
Oh my.
I think he got you there, brother.
Well, I mean, you could ask if the horse understands what I am saying, but you wouldn't be able to know what it says.
The horse wouldn't be able to understand what you're saying.
Okay, fine. Bring the horse! I'm buying a tent for myself.
I will go to whatever, like, stable I keep Sapphire at. How much is, like, okay, not like a wagon that you sit in, but, like, you know how you can get, like, the little 2-wheel wagons that you can just, like, throw your stuff in and they pull around, and usually, like, one horse can do it? I gotta look up.
Yeah, let me see. There's a cart, carriage,
it's not a wagon, I think it's a cart. Because a wagon is 400 pounds and a cart is 200.
Cart is, like, wheelbarrow style.
Yeah, you could get a cart. They're about 15 gold. They weigh about 200 pounds.
Okay.
Now, you bring a cart, that's almost going to be impossible to maneuver through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get to the woods, you would have to leave it outside.
Okay, well,
Keep
you
that
know,
in mind.
that's fine.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna... Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if someone robs our cart, then we have a second job, which is
Kill everyone.
hunt down the people that stole from our cart. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can make your way to the stable that you keep. Sapphire, is that what you named
Sapphire,
the horse?
yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can make your way towards. It's probably one of a stable near the entrance, one of the gates to the city. So, but you can also nearby there is a shop that would sell you carts or carriages, different things that animals could pull. So you could easily find a cart for sale. So it'd be about 15 gold. So.
Okay. Well, I took all that out. That worked perfectly because I had 59 gold, and then with the 4 gold for tent and crowbar, and then it came out, and now I'm even visible by 10. Oh my god. Okay, Sapphire is like gray, and she has like, or no, she's one of those. You know the horses that have the little spots on their butts? I forget what they're called. No, not painted. Appaloosa. She's an Appaloosa. But they're the kind that's like white with the brown spots like all over, like the little dots, like a Dalmatian. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
That's what she looks like.
Okay, perfect.
And she's good.
Reksha's gonna say hi to the horse.
It looks at you, gives you a small whinny.
Bump your head to mine, and then kind of just like lean in.
And she bumps her head to yours.
I turned back to everyone like.
I lean in and try to bump my head with the horse.
Don't do that. He's trying to trick you.
Make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
A disadvantage?
Because of Reksha saying that.
Well, the first roll was a natural 20, so hold on.
Oh boy.
The second one was a 6, so 6!
Looks at you, and then looks at Reksha, and then looks back at you. Kinda does this, turns its head up to you.
All that is telling me is that it was going to do it.
Who knows? But now we're certain that it wouldn't.
Oh, Matt. Tremayne...
But I pet Sapphire.
She leans into it.
She's a very good horse.
So, I load up my tent on Sapphire because I'm not going to carry my own tent.
Yeah, that is fine. That's why we're bringing her.
Now, did you get a cart big enough for you all to ride on, or is it just a carry things for you?
What I assumed, because there's a cart and a wagon, and the wagon is heavier and more expensive, I was assuming that the wagon is the kind that like people go in, and that the cart is like the little one
just
that maybe one person can go in max. I don't think it would be able to carry all. Not me and Reksha.
Yeah, it probably doesn't even have a seat type thing. Probably. I would
like there could probably be one person that sits and drives it, kind of cart. So like maybe like Zach might be able to get in, because I feel like he's like dense. You know, he's small. But not at least that way, like in case people need to take a rest, we have that, and then all the heavy stuff we can put in there. But it's not for all of us.
Yeah. Sure. Easy enough. So how many tents did you all buy? 2 or just the one?
I bought one.
I bought one.
Okay, so you have 2 tents. Gotcha.
Zach has one, but
Oh.
Zach already had one, but he's
Zach seems like he would want to sleep alone anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you load everything up. And I think everybody's ready to head off. So you have about a 3-day journey from the city of Port Zoon to the edge of the forest. Is there anything that you all would like to do in this time frame as you all are traveling across this countryside?
Oh man, I have like no skills.
The farther we get away from town, the more nervous Zach seems.
Okay.
Dumka, once we're immediately away from the smog of the city, lets Pick be allowed to just sort of fly in range, because she doesn't get to
yes, and she is
do that around the city too much. So
she is sort of very happy about this.
Oh, I definitely let Paws fly ahead too.
Okay. Yeah, both of them fly up into the air and stretch their wings and they seem to be enjoying the freedom that they don't necessarily get to have inside the city. So, and it does the air quality does start to get a lot better as the farther and farther away you get from the city.
It's that inversion that happens in Pittsburgh. I mean, Port Zoon.
Yeah, basically.
Traps all the smog.
Yep.
Zoonberg.
So the farther and farther you get away, the nicer and nicer the air smells, and it is for some of you a new experience that you might not have experienced in ever or in quite some time. So,
are there any cool looking rocks?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy.
9. That's 11 minus 2.
I mean, you know, there are a ton of rocks on the road heading there. I mean, if they're cool looking, I think that's more up to you than anything. There's none that they all look the same basically to everybody else. So
I pick up the ones that are interesting shapes or colors.
Sure. Yeah. Easy enough for you to do. Yeah.
Dumka has also, now that it's like, oh, I fight people with magic as part of my life, because most of the time he just used his magic to entertain social guests. So now he's actually trying to practice. So he does things like he tries to pick out a rock and like hit it with a lightning lure and like yank it. So every now and then he's practicing either like his mage hand, trying to like just practice his magic.
Gotcha. Yes. You can do that on your travels, no problem there. Reksha and Zach, did you want to do anything on this travel? Because this is going to be a very peaceful 3 days heading up to the forest. So
I'm gonna.
We're just going to fast forward if you all.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm gonna take the Iron Line logo that my brother designed and start like sketching out like in my sketchbook.
Okay.
Like different outfit ideas, like for uniforms, if we were to like expand fully, what the uniform would look like with the logo. So
sure.
He's Marinette Japan Chang right now in her room designing outfits.
Gotcha. Perfect. Reksha, I'm assuming you're the one that's going to be like kind of leading them towards the forest since you've made this journey once before.
Yeah. I'm going to be up in front. I'm for the most part just taking in the vibes, but I'm keeping a watch out. Sort of just like feeling the moment.
Yeah, you kind of forgot how peaceful it is to be outside of a busy city like Port Zoon. And it is quite comforting to be out of the city again.
I'm getting that nostalgia.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, you're basically traveling through a hilly countryside, passing a few farms, a few lumber mills on your travels towards the forest. Like I said, if there's anything that you all want to do at night, now would be the time that you all bring that up, because we are going to fast forward to the point of entering the forest. So,
how are we doing camp?
Yeah, that is something else that you all should probably discuss.
I have a tent. Who wants to snuggle?
I have my own tent. I'm good.
Oh.
I also have my own tent. So, Reksha,
I'm okay.
We're both pretty big. Maybe the first night you stay with Dumka, and if he kicks a lot when he sleeps, then you can come and stay with me the next night.
I do not care.
Us both being pretty big, I think Dumka is taller than you.
Yes, but he's very like streamlined. We are essentially the same height. Yes, 1 inch taller than me. That is the same.
I do not know where you are getting that I am streamlined. These are love curves. It is a very lovely shape.
It is a lovely shape.
Thank you.
I just don't say anything and just shove rations in my mouth at this conversation. Like I'm not.
Reksha, you can stay in the tent with me. I wanted to ask you about something anyway before I go to sleep.
I will start taking off my armor then.
Oh yeah, we have to take off our armor to sleep.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm not gonna sleep in my armor.
Especially for the heavy armor users.
Yeah.
I'll help you if you help me.
Yeah. I got you.
I lean over to Zach and I'm like, that must be so annoying to do every day.
I mean, it looks good, but it looks so uncomfortable.
That is exact. There are a lot of clothes that look good are uncomfortable. That's true.
Beauty is pain, as they
I
say.
would think after like so many decades of war and shit, they would make that armor more comfortable by now, but...
I made my armor myself. I think it is pretty comfortable.
Reksha made my armor himself. Wait, no, not this armor, other armor. This is my regular shit armor.
You should have Reksha do modifications for it then. Reksha is very, very good with what they do. I've been trying to think of something to commission. That is actually what I was going to ask about. I wanted to commission something. I do not know. What?
Take your time. I find if I was the one who told you what you would commission, then what you end up with ends up being more what I want than what you want.
I was thinking something like every year there's this big ball that happens. I don't remember at what time of the year, and everyone does like they try to wear very, very interesting clothes. I was thinking because you made that very, very nice mask that you have, that you could make me something that I could wear for that next year. Maybe like a mask of some sort. Be mysterious.
If you would like a mask.
Jeff, I think that that is one of the first things that drew me to you. You know, you had such. It is very interesting. It's unlike anything I have seen before, and that is a very, very scary sound. But yes, I would like to maybe commission you to do something like that soon. Maybe after this job is done.
Maybe.
But I do need to still try and get my beauty rest, so I'm going to turn in early. Reksha, if you want to stay in a tent, you can stay in mine. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
I stay up and take watch because I only need this trance for 4 hours.
I was about to say Reksha keep watch for a little bit and then go to bed.
I do not didn't get that side of the family.
Oh yeah, we can do like Reksha for 2 hours, me for 2 hours, and then Zach can just vibe for the last 4.
Sure.
Yep. I can just sleep the whole way.
Yep.
You need it. You are a baby.
Alright. So, first night goes by relatively easy, and so does the second night in your travels. During the third day, just before dusk, you start to see the edge of the forest in the distance. And you can keep going to the edge of the forest before you find a camp, or spot the camp if you would like, or you can camp away from the forest and get a morning head start through the woods. What would you all like to do?
Well, first off, Reksha, you would notice that you get little bits of static discharge throughout the night because I build up a little bit of an electrical charge while I'm sleeping, and I don't know that.
Oh God!
It's non-lethal. It doesn't do damage, but
It's like when you're rubbing across the carpet and you touch the person.
Yeah.
You just static
Yeah.
shock,
So like
basically.
a couple times throughout the night, you get zapped.
I gotta see some.
When you sleep
Well-
restlessly and you have flannel sheets on your bed and you just see sparks all night.
Yep.
I mean, we
Right,
could
should
go
just-
in the evening.
He's been walking for long amounts of time, so yeah. Building
Yeah,
up static.
Reksha does not.
Okay.
Reksha deals with it.
Well, I suppose. Reksha, is there a specific place in the forest that we should look first? Like, I don't know. Or do people go when they run into a forest? They go for water? Is there like a stream?
I mean, I know.
Yes? Is that the thing?
I know where I came from, but I'd rather not go back there just yet. So, I don't know. Would I know of anything?
I think
Like
water
that.
source is probably a good idea.
Yeah, there is no like big bodies of water in this
A
forest.
small stream or something, yeah.
But
Okay.
I mean, there are a few small streams of water that you could find throughout. This forest goes right up to the mountains also, which Reksha, you would know that there is small mountain passes through the mountains. That is also covered in forest that also connects to the other side of the mountains, which is actually connected to the serene green forest.
Okay. And Reksha would probably say that, and probably be like, if they were aware of something like that, they might be trying to use one of the mountain passes to get through to the other side, possibly.
They might get killed on the other side, no? If they are righteous brand in
If they ditch,
Zohas.
if they ditch whatever is connecting them to the righteous brand, they would be fine.
Mm.
They could
Do you
just
think
go
maybe
home.
we should take camp closer to the forest and then right at dawn we go along the edge of the wood, look for signs of recent entry? I don't
do the I forget the word for it. The around bit go just around the outside.
The
the
perimeter?
perimeter.
I was almost going to say circumference. Yes, no, it's a perimeter.
Mm.
That's something that you could do that. It would take a few days to walk the whole thing, but
Oh,
it is something that you could do. This is a big forest.
I mean, unless we have an idea of a good entry point, I don't know that we necessarily have a better option.
I mean, hold on, actually, because I've been writing things down. Brill said that as they passed, and if they were coming from the Empire, that would mean that they probably came from the gates between the mountains, which would mean that as they passed, they would be on the eastern side of the forest.
So we start there, look for tracks.
I believe that the best place to start would be looking for a mountain pass that possibly goes through.
Hmm.
Then that sounds like a plan. I like starting at dawn.
At dawn, we track.
Yes.
Dawn, we kill.
Okay, so you're camping away from the forest again?
I think we're gonna get like close to it so that we have the whole day to we can start
Yeah.
tracking like immediately.
Gotcha. Alright, so... how close are you wanting to get, though? Is the question here.
I mean,
Like, within, like, a 10-minute walk? 20-minute walk? Do you want to get, like, 5 minutes away from it? Like, what are we thinking here?
like 30, like you think like 15?
Sure.
That way, if there's a trail like in the plains where it's easier to read.
Enough time to eat breakfast. I mean, Dumka's not
Protect
smart enough to
Sapphire.
know. Yeah, Dumka's just like, oh yeah, so like enough time to like eat breakfast on the way there.
Gotcha. Alright, so for this night, I am going to ask for perception checks. Zach, do you stay up first, or do you wake up first? Okay. So you go ahead for the first 4 hours. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That was a roll. 18.
Okay. Well, the first 4 hours goes by without any issue. You do hear from the forest some strange noises that you're not necessarily used to because being from the city. You do hear some howling, so you could assume some wolves or wolf-like creatures that are making that kind of a noise. But you do not see any creatures like step outside of the forest in the distance. You don't see any glowing eyes, and with the moon isn't full, but it is enough to give you enough light out in these plains that can see quite a distance with the clear sky. But yeah,
I also have decent dark vision as a drow, so yeah.
Exactly.
Alright.
Yeah. So you hear a lot of strange noises, some howling. Other than that, you don't really see anything, though.
Typical forest.
Yeah, typical wilderness type thing, yeah.
Aye.
Alright. So, you go wake up the next person that wants to keep watch. I don't know who that wants to be.
Tremayne.
I did not.
Okay, if you want me to.
I mean, I don't know who
-2 perception. Here we go.
Who wanted to take watch? It was Reksha and Tremayne, right?
Well, that was the first time.
Oh.
Now we're rolling now. But it's alright. It's
No one,
happening.
if no one
I'm
wakes
here.
me up, I'm going to
I
sleep.
know, right? I'm just saying, if you don't wake me up, like this
I'm doing it. Mine was the first name. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Oh, actually, really good. That's a 16.
See?
-2. 14.
Nice.
How's it? What's it like? What's it
What is
like
it
to
like
have?
being Sir?
This is what's
It's a
it. You're like,
journey.
oh, it's really good. -2.
It's an experience.
You also do hear some howling throughout the night, but that is basically all that is the noises that stick out to you, at least. So, other than that, it's a peaceful night. Nice moonlit sky, a few clouds, not too much, but you can actually see. Because I know Earth giants technically don't have dark vision, but it is bright enough from the moon's glow that you do have some vision at least. But yeah.
Okay.
So you
I probably should have made that with disadvantage because it's dark, shouldn't I?
probably, but it's fine. We'll just remember that as we go.
Would have been one less.
Two characters,
It would've
right?
been a
Oh,
13.
you don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
If Genasi gets shafted on stats.
They
Yeah.
do. Earth Genasis are.
It's rough.
Oh,
It's
and
my
Firbolg
favorite,
don't
but they're all-
either.
It's okay. I also don't have dark vision.
Oh.
But I have.
I was gonna wake up Reksha for the next watch because
Okay.
he's like the one that knows the forest.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
All right. So yeah,
Valid.
you go ahead. You can make a perception check, but this will be with disadvantage because you do not have dark vision. So.
My lowest was a 13.
Okay.
So 18.
Nice. So you hear very familiar noises since you're from this forest. You hear some very the noises that you are used to hearing from the forest. However, there are the howling is something new. You've never really had issues with wolves or any creatures that would howl before in this forest because of how dense it is. It'd be kind of difficult for a creature of that size to hunt and maneuver through the woods. But apparently there is at least one wolf that is taking up home in this forest. So kind of strikes you as odd. But other than that, nothing happens. You don't see any wolves or anything like that.
Just like
But-
has club in hand, just like standing at the edge of the camp, like
Yeah.
I'm
Swing,
watching-
bada bada, swing, bada bada.
But yeah, so that is rest of your watch goes by uneventful, and it is yes.
Taint.
Sorry. I think that is where we'll take our break for the night.
Sure.
So,
Alright. We will BRB in about 5 to 7 minutes for us to get some drinks, stretch our legs. So, see you soon. BRB. We is back.
Yes, we are. So, we left off as the party woke up from the third night of rest on their trip to the Syros End Forest. They woke up early that morning to scout out the edges of the forest to see if there was any signs of noticeable tracks that lead inwards. So, as you all come to the next morning, each of you all heard sounds of wolves in the forest, except for Dumka, that slept through the whole night. And,
My skin
yeah.
is fresh. I apply my lotion to my scales that are on my cheeks. Make sure that they are all nice and shiny.
So the day is yours. What would you all like to do?
I want to make sure that I call in Draconic pick down to, so he says like Confavira Kesave. Calls Pick down. He doesn't want Pick to be like up in the trees in this forest. I do not want you to get eaten, my friend. Just stay on my shoulder and keep an eye out. Tell me if you see anything.
Of course, I can do that. As you hear telepathically in your mind.
Good. And give her a little bit of my ration.
She gladly takes it, thinking it was going to taste a little bit better than it actually did, but still eats it nonetheless.
If you are good, I will give you a little bit of cheese.
I would very much like that.
Okay. That is all he's got. And he's like, okay, hammer, boots. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
That is what I have.
Reksha's kind of like waiting for everyone else outside the tent because, he's already awake.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put my hair extension in. I wear a hair extension.
I'm probably also awake, fretting over Sapphire. And just telling her to be good and that if she needs to run away from monsters, she can, but otherwise we're not going to be gone long. And then I'll turn to Reksha and be like, Reksha, when it is time for us to go into the forest, can you tell to wait for me unless it is unsafe? To just go home if she's unsafe.
I've never seen you so soft, but of course I will tell her.
You as you relay this message, Sapphire kind of gives you a nod and acknowledgement.
So weird to imagine a horse nodding.
Okay.
So is the plan to leave Sapphire outside of the woods then, or?
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck. And I'm gonna detach the cart, but if there's maybe a spot where there's a little cluster of rocks or trees that's not in the forest, but at the edge, that she would be a little bit more protected from the rest of the forest, I'm gonna put her in there so that she's a little hidden.
You could find a patch of trees that are away from the forest edge, but probably about a 10-minute walk from the forest. You could probably find something like that and have her set up there.
Yeah, and I'll detach the cart so if she has to run, she can run.
Are you tying her up to the trees, or are you just going to let her stay there? And okay, gotcha. Alright, so yeah, you detach her from the cart and leave her there to her own will.
You look so unhappy.
This could never go wrong.
Cleric.
What?
Don't do that to me.
Don't give me that.
Don't do it.
Anyways,
as we're walking to the forest, Reksha kind of leading will probably turn back towards everyone. When I was on watch, I did notice something, but I realized that it probably wouldn't seem that off to the rest of you. The howling. I know.
Or the wolves?
Did you?
Yeah, I
Yes,
the wolves.
Yeah, I noticed those howling.
There was no one going to tell me that was howling.
I just thought
I
it
guess
was
you're
normal.
saying now.
I thought it was normal.
No?
Normal. Wolves are not normal here.
I mean, it's not that wolves. Yes and no. It's too dense for a wolf to hunt effectively. So wolves in the forest would probably be way scarcer than it sounded last night.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Zach.
Yeah.
Here. Just because I do not want you to have to punch a wolf. If it came down to it, he has a light crossbow. It's part of my starting gear. He doesn't know that you can shoot fire out of your fists.
I mean,
so
he did bring with him a quarterstaff, which he's trained in, like, when he does martial arts, but it's like a
Okay.
very basic ass quarters. Like, it's not
Yeah,
fancy.
it's-
It's basic ass. Like, you would
So-
use it on like a dummy or something. Like, it's.
Do you want to have my crossbow? I
Yeah,
haven't used it. I haven't used it since I last go hunting.
that's a great question.
but-
Am I proficient at those? Are
Light
monks
crossbow?
proficient in those?
I
Mm-mm.
don't think so.
Oh,
No, but he doesn't know.
I
what you
can do
are.
a hand crossbow, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it a big
bit different.
crossbow?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
big
light
crossbow.
crossbow.
Oh no,
Yeah, they're different.
I mean,
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what your skill set is. So would you like
I'm-
it just to
nah.
be safe?
I should be fine. I don't need it.
Okay. Well,
I don't.
I
plan
like to
on-
take it
Yeah.
just for a hunt, just in case for whatever reason. I don't
Well, I've
want
never
to
shot
shoot
one of
lightning
those
into
before. It's a
the.
bit big.
I mean, it's just like you point it and you. You know.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I will use it then. So just stay
Okay,
close to me.
All right. Yeah, protect me.
Okay. I have a loaded crossbow as well because I have one because I used to go hunting. Okay. Reksha, lead the way.
You all continue making your way towards the forest. Reksha, since you're leading, make me either a survival or a perception check. I will let you choose which one you want to do.
I'm pretty good at both, but I'm better at perception.
Can I assist?
Sure, if you would like.
Ooh, yay! Get to roll at advantage.
Yep.
17.
Okay. Was this a perception or a survival check?
Perception.
Okay. As you're walking along the tree lines of this forest, the trees here are similar to what like pine trees or things like that of that nature. So there is a ton of pine needles on the floor, accompanied with ferns and pine cones, that kind of thing. As you're slowly investigating the area of this tree line, and like Reksha said, it is very dense. And Zach, actually, it is like so dense that you don't think you would need your eye wraps
Ooh,
when you're inside the forest, because it is quite dark.
nice.
There's very little sunlight. Doesn't mean that it's pitch black. It's just you don't think there's enough sunlight in the forest that would cause you to hurt your eyes from.
All right, I'll test.
You're
This
being-
theory when we get
Yeah.
further in. I'll test the theory and unwrap the black and pink fabric from my eyes and kind of pull it down almost hesitantly, like expecting like a headache. And I'm like,
And at first you thought you were starting to get one, but actually your eyes adjust, and as long as you're inside this forest and not any of the direct sunbeams that are making their way through, you could actually walk through here without any issue from the sun.
all right, I'll
Which
tie it
is-
around my forehead and kind of just at the ready. If there's like a random clearing, I'll just pull it
Uh-huh.
down.
Which is kind of a signifier of how dense this forest actually is. So,
Works for
but
me.
as you're looking for any kinds of sign of anyone entering or exiting the forest, it takes you probably about 30 minutes or so as you're walking along the edge, walking in the eastern direction. I'm assuming that's the way you all wanted to check first. You do actually see what looks like someone pushed their way through some shrubbery and like plant life, and it doesn't look necessarily fresh, but maybe in the past week or so someone came through here. There is no way to tell if it was the individuals you're currently looking for, but
Is there?
there are signs of at least someone or something coming through the woods here.
Hmm.
So, did you want to follow the tracks? or do you want to keep looking
Is
on
there
the
footprints,
outside?
or is it just like tracks through the brush?
Oh,
And not
the issues with footprints here is it's most of the ground is
like
covered in
moss and stuff?
yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of pine needles. There's different kinds of plant life. You don't really see much of like the dirt or the like mud or anything like that. It is very much covered. And as you do get closer and you start like inspecting some of the trees, the trees actually do have a sort of like sappiness to them, to where they're kind of sticky if you like touch some of the sap running out of the trees.
Is there any like pieces of clothing that might have got snared on these branches?
Go ahead and make a investigation check for me. This party's great at investigation checks, I know.
I mean, Reksha and I are. We're okay.
14 minus 1, 13.
Okay. Unfortunately, as you're looking around, you don't see any kinds of torn off clothing or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do notice that you've walked a little bit farther into the forest at this point, and you do notice that there are some claw marks on one of the trees. Look like a decent sized creature made it, but nothing bigger than your typical wolf that you might have read about or anything like that. Because more than likely, none of you all have actually seen a wolf in person. Probably only like read about them or heard about them in passing. So, but yeah, you do find some claw marks. It looks like on some of the trees.
And I'll point them out.
And as Zach does, everybody else sees these claw marks.
Those are claw marks.
That is what I was going to say.
Absolutely brilliant, the two of you.
I mean, why did it scratch a tree? Is there something wrong with the tree?
Reksha, you're muted again. If you're talking to us.
I need to stop muting myself because do they look like claw marks appropriate for a wolf?
It's kind of hard to tell because even though you grew up in this forest, you've never encountered wolves here before.
Yeah, because
it does seem like it'd be from a creature of what you've heard the size of a wolf would be. But it is very hard to tell if it is an actual wolf or not.
Suspicious.
But
I am starting to think that probably if our friends did not find their way to a mountain pass, that they may have been unfortunately attacked.
Alright, well, I'm gonna start hanging back then.
Yeah.
You guys can take the front lead on this, and I'll just kind of take up the rear, yeah?
And even, I will walk closer to you, because I do not wear metal on my body. And I believe that if it can do that to wood, that it will do much worse to my nice shimmies.
Are you sure you would like to hang in the back? It would make it really easy for you to get picked off without being noticed.
I can be quiet.
And you put it like that, maybe I'll walk more like in the middle.
You walk in the middle.
Do you want to sandwich the and between Reksha and myself?
Are you too quiet?
No.
Didn't think so. So no, I'm going to stay back and give myself a little bit of wiggle room if they find you first. At least I can, hang back, be quiet, be unseen. Okay, Kristy wants to stealth.
Okay.
I mean,
make a stealth check for me then.
Can we all try to stealth?
You can try.
If you would like. Yeah, if you all would like to make stealth checks, go right ahead and do that.
If there is an offer to be squished between you and Reksha, then I am going to take it, and I will walk in the middle.
You know what? While we're walking,
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm gonna save it. Save that.
I will say, you moving at a stealthily paced will be half, slower than moving at a normal pace. Just keep that in mind also.
I don't want to attract animals or otherwise, so... 24 stealth, beach!
Yeah.
This is,
Oh.
Pick can't help me, right? We've talked about
unfortunately,
new. Yeah,
I don't know how
Pix
Pix would help you with a stealth check. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Does Paz need to make a stealth check if she's sitting on my shoulders?
No, we'll say that she's with.
Because I don't want her flying in between the branches either, knowing that there's animals
as long
here.
as Paul's and Pix is both on your body, they don't need to make checks for me.
Okay.
I'm guessing that Pick it says no, don't step on that branch, and then I step on the branch because I rolled a 4.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh no, and then you put your other foot down, and you step on a pine cone, and it's like, oh god, keep making the mistakes of stepping on all the crunchy bits.
I mean,
I wore my good hiking boots too, so it's very crunchy.
I mean, I rolled a 1, so.
This is why I didn't want to be in between the two of you. This is why I'm back! Like a good 15-20 feet.
This is so different than another game that I play with Graph, where all of us have +8 to stealth, and we have pass without a trace now. We just don't.
I mean, I can pass without a trace, but I wanted to save it till we were deeper in.
That's fair.
It's probably not gonna matter now.
Clank, 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 clank.
Clank, clank.
So I will also. What is everybody's passive perception checks?
16.
10, 16. Okay.
15.
8.
15, 8. Okay. Cool.
I'm just stupid.
So you all start moving through these woods as quietly as possible. Unfortunately, that is not very quiet for 3 of you.
I'm hanging back. I'm waiting for them to all go to those 3 and I'll hang back. Oh no, ass cheeks! Everyone froze! Technical difficulties. Give me a second stream while everybody comes back.
No one froze for me.
But it's for Kristy, because Kristy is the producer.
Yeah. Kristy,
I got you.
Yes, we're here.
Back.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, cool.
Our ass cheeks are closed.
Okay. Anyways, you're hanging probably about 20 feet back from the other 3 to keep a safe distance, so they're not drawing more attention to you. Because you think you're doing a relative good job of keeping unseen. So that being said, Reksha and Zach, you all both notice that walking through here, it is a relatively beautiful forest, with the few light shafts that are coming through the trees above. You start to hear the sounds of this forest come to life at the farther and farther you move in. You hear strange bugs or insects making noises as you walk by. You might see a skittering of a small animal run off in the distance, then climb up a tree. But as you continue walking through, you're trying to stay on this path that you all saw as you entered this forest. And as you go deeper and deeper in, it seems like it picks up and drops off every once in a while, where you'll be walking on this path and then you'll notice that it veers off to another direction. So then you follow that direction. And then it keeps doing that, almost like doing a zigzag kind of path through here. And eventually you keep walking for most of the day. And it's very easy to lose track of time in here, just because you don't have much sunlight. You can't see the sun from the from inside. And you notice that it does start to get dark. The sun, the rays of sun coming through the trees start to dim, and it starts to get darker and darker as you keep progressing. So you've been in here for probably a good 12, 14 hours at this point, and still following this zigzag trail. Reksha, you would know that in order to traverse the whole forest, it would be another day and a half of travel to get to the base of the mountains that would lead to a mountain pass. So it seems like you would have to make a night's rest inside this forest, unless you all would like to push on and take a point of exhaustion.
Like I keep on saying, the beauty sleep is very important for me. We have plenty of time. We don't need to rush.
I mean, we have approximately 2 weeks.
Did we leave the tent? We took the camping thing. Did we leave it on the cart, or did we take it with us?
We took the stuff out of the car, I was assuming.
Yeah, you all could have done that easily.
Dumka's stupid and forgetful. I'm going to just roll for myself to see if he remembered to do so.
Okay.
No, he did not.
So we have 2 tents then.
2 tents.
Yeah, he's a forgetful person.
Oh no, we all have to cram into 2 tents. What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna kill my brother is what I'm gonna do.
I mean, just...
Well, go on. You leave town and you just leave it on the cart?
I did not think that we were going to be camping
Where
in
else
the
would
woods!
we go? We were discussing a mountain path and then you just leave it? When we go to the mountains, you're gonna need one. Brother!
I will remember next time. I'm sorry. It has been a while!
It's been
a while! I'm sorry I'm sorry. I was focusing on making sure that I had my crossbow.
You're lucky I brought
and
mine, because
my
if
boots.
you only had one, some of us were gonna freeze.
It's not that cold.
Or eaten.
Being eaten is a bigger possibility than freezing.
Okay. I will remember next time. I'm sorry. I am forgetful. I tried to write everything down so that I don't forget, and I didn't write.
Traveling supplies is the
tent.
one thing you don't want to lose in a forest.
I brought my backpack!
What's in your backpack? What's in there?
What's in there?
My extra shoes. And no, I have my rope. I have rope. And
Rope.
my bedroll.
Well, at least you got your bedroll, yeah.
And torches.
Okay, that's a little better. So you're not completely out.
I just didn't take the whole tent. I broke down the tent and I put it in the cart because that is what I remember doing.
Be careful
Sorry.
next time.
I will remember next time.
But
He goes into his journal and he goes,
You know, I was this close to not coming with you. If I didn't come with you, you'd be out without a tent.
okay, thank you very much for reminding me. Thank you.
so, how about? And Zach, if you are just totally against this, just let me know. How about Dumka and Reksha? You borrow my tent because I am a good person, and we don't want to inconvenience your brother. He will stay in his tent. I will share with him. You two stay in that tent. There you go.
Okay.
Or Reksha, or Zach, if you're just totally
No,
don't
it's
want
fine.
to share.
I
I'll
only
sleep
need it
outside.
for 4 hours. I only need it for 4 hours anyway. You can have majority of the time. It's fine.
To make up for it, I will do one of the watches.
Great, I will get the beauty sleep this time. I say because I have 6 wisdom.
That seems appropriate.
I will do one of the watches.
Alright, that's fair. Just this once, brother.
Okay.
I know how
So
you like
I've-
your beauty sleep, but this one time, yeah.
Sleep
I'll
is
collect
important.
us
Yeah, I
some
know.
firewood.
Well, as you all were having this conversation, you kept traveling a little bit farther, and Zach and Reksha, you're the first 2 people to notice this. but in the distance, you actually see a overgrown, what looks to be kind of like a shack or a cabin
Oh,
of some sort.
that's not creepy.
And Reksha, you would know these are a thing in this forest.
Yep.
Why? It's so creepy.
There are a few buildings that used to be used for something, but haven't been used in quite some time because there's all these different kinds of plant life, vines. The outside walls are covered in what looks like sap from the trees nearby that might have.
Does it look like
drained.
rotted out? Like how old are the buildings?
It looks old. It's still standing. Whether that be because of the plant life, maybe holding it up a little bit extra.
Okay. Yeah.
But as you approaching it a little bit closer, there is no. It doesn't look like there's any windows on this building, and the front door is no longer there.
Oh, it's just like an open space.
However,
Okay.
yeah, basically. And it does not look like there's been any kind of anyone using the space for anything. It looks relatively undisturbed, at least by humans.
Okay.
Or humanoid people.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just this weird little cabin that's, to be honest, a little creepy out in the middle of the woods, but you know.
A cabin in the woods.
It's
Yeah.
super creepy. It's like those stairs you find in the middle of the woods that go nowhere.
Yep.
They're just stairs in the middle of the woods. Going nowhere,
Right.
just there. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Reksha has that moment of like double take and it's like, oh, it's abandoned.
This is not the
Do we,
one that you used to call home.
do we think
so.
it's safe to use since we don't have all the tents?
That actually sounds like a perfect idea. It would be nice to have some walls instead of just canvas between us and the outside.
I mean, we could set up a tent inside of the walls.
That is
warmth.
I think that is a
We should
good
scout
idea.
it out
Perhaps
first, though,
working
yeah?
smart.
Since we're gonna be here all night.
Sure. I could take a look.
We will check the perimeter.
Yeah.
Check the creepy cabin.
I will ask.
Check the creepy cabin.
I will ask Pick to help look around with me.
Okay. Yeah. So you can either have both you all roll, one from Pick, one for you, or you can have advantage on the roll for you.
I'll take advantage, even
Yeah.
though Pick has better perception. I'll take advantage. And then there's it. Okay, 18.
Very nice. As you move a little closer to get a better view of this building and do a full sweep around it, this isn't in like a clearing or anything. It looks like it was built in here, and it isn't a very big building. As you do a full walk around, you think you could probably fit one tent inside if you wanted to set it up, but you don't think you could fit two in. But you, of course, you could put the tent up outside if you wanted. But as you walk around, you, like I said, you don't see any signs of anything or anyone making this cabin their home. There isn't any signs of anyone or anything living here for quite some time. Most of the vegetation and plant life is undisturbed.
It looks like it is mostly abandoned. Yeah. We could put maybe one of the tents in here. That is all. It looks just like it is an old abandoned shack in the woods.
I guess it's best of place as any here.
I will still take watch. So if you want to set up a tent in here, I can just sit right outside the door, and I'll take a first watch. You can all get some rest.
I I guess I'll transfer 4 hours.
Alright. So as everybody goes to sleep, we will have Dumka go ahead and make me a perception check. You have dark vision, correct?
I do have dark vision.
Okay. And it does seem like the instead of sunlight shining through some of the openings, there is a very strong moonlight coming through now. So it is, you do have some light in the forest, but not like enough to like give you full vision. But with dark vision, you can see enough to where you wouldn't have disadvantage. So.
And Pick also has dark vision. Can Pick do a look just on her own as well?
Sure. If you would like her to do that, sure.
Okay, so Doomka's is a 12.
Okay.
But Pick is an 18.
Alright. Well, your first hour goes by relatively quickly. You don't have any issues. You do start to hear rustling. Not super close, but you do start to hear rustling. Just by sound works a little bit strangely in here, just because of all the trees, noise bouncing off of. But you think that there might be something that's out there that might be watching you. You get this weird, eerie presence. That it does seem like something might, like you have that feeling that something's watching you, but you don't see it, kind of thing. And Pix will also, I think something is out there. I don't see it, however, but it just feels like an uneasiness. I don't know if you're also feeling that.
I do.
It has me quite worried.
Well, it's probably waiting to see if we look uneasy, so I'm not going to act uneasy. He'll stand up, because he was probably like sitting against like the outer wall. He'll check to make sure everyone else is still asleep. He'll light a torch from his bag so that there's some fire.
Yeah.
And he'll do a perimeter walk around. He won't like walk towards out into the forest, but he'll do a little walk
around the hut.
Kind of be like, I'm here, bitch.
Yeah.
And I have fire.
And I have fire.
As you start to walk around the building, Pix actually takes off from your shoulder and just I'm gonna fly up and sit on top of the roof to see if I can get a better vantage point. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be right up here.
Do not go too high, my friend.
I won't. I will be careful. And she flies up to the top, and you can actually see that she lands on this like pointed roof. This is a very simple structure, but she lands up on top of the roof and is just gonna keep an eye out from up there. As you walk around, you still have this feeling of something out there watching you. But as you hold out the torch towards the woods, you don't see anything. You don't see any glowing eyes that's reflecting off the sun or off the firelight. But you swear that there is something out there.
Alright. He will go, when he does a full rotation, he'll go sit down again. He'll cast a mage hand to keep the torch held.
Okay.
And then he'll just continue to sit down and write in his little journal.
Okay.
And keep an eye out every now and then.
So, about an hour passes, and Pix comes back and lands on your shoulder. I still didn't see anything from up there, but I still have that feeling of being watched. Whoever we wake up next, you should definitely tell them about that.
I'll probably get Reksha. They know the forest. If an hour passed, then that torch burned out eventually, so I'll just toss that. Okay. Yeah, at the end of my watch, if nothing stabs me, I'll get Reksha.
Nothing attacks you during your watch. And you go wake up Reksha. Reksha,
Goes to touch you, and then there's another static discharge.
Oh god.
I'm so sorry.
She's like, good morning, bitch!
Reksha, I am getting a very uncomfortable feeling like something is watching me in these woods.
That makes sense. Something probably would end up watching us at some point.
That is not what I wanted you to say. That is not what I wanted you to say.
Reksha shrugs at you. I'll go.
Well,
I will go and keep watch myself.
okay. My brother should probably be out of his trance by the end of your watch, so.
Reksha nods, and we'll go take watch.
Okay, so Reksha, I'm ask you to make a perception check. Are you going to light a torch or anything? Because even though there is some moonlight coming through, if you don't have any other light, this will be a disadvantage.
Yeah, probably, especially since I heard that we're being watched.
Okay, so yeah, you light a torch, and you can make this perception check with with normal roll, not advantage. Sorry.
Advantage. No.
No roll.
Torches only last for an hour, so you may have to use multiple ones.
24.
24. Well, you quickly also notice that this feeling of being watched is almost immediately sensed as you walk outside of the door frame. However, again, you don't see anything either. But about an hour into your watch, you go to light another torch, and you start hearing some growling nearby. And then you hear a howl. This howl is actually very close to you, and it is probably about 30 feet away from you at this point when you notice it.
Okay.
So, I am going to go ahead and have everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Yeah, okay.
Are we surprised, or was his
Everybody
roll
except
so
for Reksha.
high?
Everybody except for Reksha is surprised. Actually,
His roll
you
is
have
really
a 16 passive perception. You would also have woken up to the howl.
Noted! I'm also in a
Damn.
trance, so that makes sense.
Yes.
Perfect.
Ooh. Okay.
So everybody go ahead and roll. Oh my god, why do I keep saying skills?
Initiative.
Jesus. Yes.
Natural 20 for me, Derek. For a 21.
So you have a 21.
I was surprised, am I? No, I'm still surprised.
19.
Yeah, you're still surprised, unfortunately. All
Wait,
right,
are we
so-
rolling at disadvantage?
No.
No, you just have the surprise condition.
Oh, okay.
We basically skip a turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
14. I love having -1 to initiative.
14. And Tremayne, what was yours?
9.
I'm taking
9.
the alert feat.
Alright. Alright, let me get these other initiatives down for me. Hold on.
Initiatives!
I mean, what?
Alright, everybody, just 2. Definitely just 2.
And I'm
Yep.
assuming me and Tremayne are in the tent outside of the cabin. I feel like Reksha was...
Sure, if that's what you all wanted to, where you all wanted to be, that's fine.
Okay.
Maybe they're 69.
Alright, so, alright. So, that would mean Dumka, you're technically first, except your turn will be skipped because you're surprised.
You said.
I will say that with the commotion of this round, you would have woken up because there's going to be a lot of things happening. I'm assuming so. That means Zach, it would be your turn, and you are awoken to this this growling and this loud howl that sounds to be about 30 feet away from you. And as you peek out of the tent, you do see some glowing eyes. Looks like it's making their way towards you, and you see two sets.
I smack Tremayne on her thigh.
Mm-hmm.
It's go time, beach. And I hop out of the tent, holding my quarterstaff, my shitty quarterstaff. How far away are the two sets of eyes? You said 30 feet?
They're about 30 feet away from you at this point, yes.
Perfect. I'm going to... If anyone's watching Zach, you see his eyes glow like purple. And he's gonna use his Drow innate magic to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. And that is... What kind of save is that again?
Dex.
Dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, so two, and you can be able to hit, because how big of a radius is this?
Good question.
20, I think it's like at least 20.
20-foot cube.
Yeah, so you can hit both of the
radius. Yeah. Oh, they shed dim light in the 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Does that spell do anything else?
It prevents invisible creatures from being invisible.
Okay. Cool. One succeeds with a 19, and then the other one fails with a 5.
Okay. So it's in a pink light.
Yeah. And so one of them has Fairy Fire, which as this creature starts to shed dim light, you do see two wolves growling and looking like they're about to charge.
Okay, I take patient defense with a key point.
Okay.
And I think that's my turn.
Sure. That would mean it is Reksha. It is your turn.
Cool. So that one lit up in bright pink light.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Okay, then so I will attack that one with a guiding bolt.
All right. Does this give advantage on attack rolls, Fairy Fire, right? And that is with range too, correct?
Yep.
All right.
So you can make this attack with advantage.
Okay. Reksha's guiding bolt is he kind of just like as he's like seeing these things come to him and one lights up. He kind of like gives a glance over at the tent, and then kind of like strikes the ground with his club, and bright like blue energy kind of like snakes across the ground like and dances off in like runes. And when it gets to the creature that he's attacking, it kind of explodes upwards.
Okay.
With 18 plus.
That definitely hits.
Yeah, 18 plus 5. Okay. Yeah, 18 plus 5.
That definitely connects with this wolf.
It explodes outwards, and the wolf will be taking, because I'm casting it at 2nd level, 5d6 radiant damage. Because I'm going to end it right here, right now. 5, 7, 9, 10, 13 radiant damage.
All right. And this wolf, as this explosion happens from beneath it, kind of whimpers a little bit, but almost like it was startled by the impact of this. You did damage to it. It's just these are some very hardy wolves.
No.
Tough boys. Okay. Then I will probably I should wake up Dumka. So I could just go over and like nudge him.
I
am your object interaction.
If you wanna do that as a bonus action, I would let you do that.
Yeah. Wake the fuck up.
Wake the fuck up!
I already have gone first in initiative.
Yeah. So is that all you're gonna do on your turn? You want to move anywhere, or you stay put?
I'm staying in the doorway because.
Okay. Yeah, and Dumka is currently inside, I believe, right? That's where your tent was.
In the tent, in the shack.
Yeah, I want them to get to me before they get to my friends.
And I'm standing in front of mine and
the other
Tremayne's
tent that's outside.
Yeah, that's outside.
Okay, so now it is one of the wolf's turns, which is actually the one that you attacked, and also has the fairy fire. So it is going to actually charge you, Reksha, and it is going to try and make a bite attack against you. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. That is going to be 4 points of piercing damage, as this wolf runs up and it seems to find a weak spot in your like armor on your legs, and you feel the puncture wounds of this wolf's bite pierce the skin of your leg. I also need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Oh boy.
Oh my god, are these werewolves?
I got a natural 1.
Cool. Good to know.
Oh
Good.
no!
Good to know.
Oh no! Episode 1, fam!
Oh no!
You don't feel anything. Then nothing immediately happens.
Of course
but,
it wouldn't. No,
yeah.
it's fine.
Anyways, this wolf is just gonna stand there as its like teeth are still implanted into your leg. So that is the end of its turn. Tremayne, it would be yours, but you are surprised, but you are awake now. So now it is the other wolf's turn. And this one is actually going to go against Zach. So this one is going to charge you, and this one didn't have...
Because I took patient defense.
This one you didn't necessarily see coming, because it was, at least until it got close, because you returned and like saw your friend get bit by the other one, but you were still waiting for this, and it rolled a natural 1, so it misses. As it comes charging and then jumps, kind of like leaps at your face, but you're able to just like sidestep it, and it lands onto the floor right next to you, just kind of like snarling and growling at you. But that is the end of its turn. So now we're back up to Dumka.
Okay. He is laying on he's like shirtless, laying on his back, and he wakes up and sees like Reksha standing over me, and the big old wolf just
like caught on his leg, basically, just gnawing down on it.
I'm being gnawed.
He in like his scramble, he's like going for his hammer, which he keeps by him. And there's a surge of electricity into his down his arm into the hammer, so he then grabs with his other hand. So he like pulls the lightning off of it, and he's going to try and cast a very surprised shocking grasp.
All right, which you have advantage on this one because it's the one that has fairy fire on it.
Okay.
And technically, it got hit by the guiding bolt, but you don't get double advantage, unfortunately.
That is okay. The highest I rolled 2 11s, so it's 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. It is just 1d8 lightning damage, so it takes 6 lightning damage.
Okay.
And can I... So he just kind of like... am I able to get out of the shack, or are they like blocking the doorway?
Yeah, unfortunately with Reksha and this wolf standing in the doorway, it would be very difficult. You would basically have to use your action to maneuver out of it, because this is basically blocking the whole doorway here, unfortunately.
Okay. Where's Pick?
Pick was sleeping with you, so she is inside. If you want her to be on your shoulder, she'll be on your shoulder.
Yeah, because I want to wake her up.
Yeah,
So
she would have definitely woken up from this.
Get her to coil up my other arm.
Yeah, enough. And as this lightning like leaps from your hand to the wolf, it actually makes the wolf like jump a little bit and release Reksha's leg too. So.
And then he is simply gonna he's gonna Obi-Wan spin his hammer and use my bonus action to cast my lightning blade. And it just lightning comes out of the top of the hammer like a lightsaber.
Perfect.
Right on together. And that is the end of his turn.
Zach, it is your turn again. You currently have this one wolf standing next to you, trying to gnaw your face off.
Great.
And you also have a wolf probably off to the right of you also, that is currently attacking your friends in the cabin.
I'm gonna hit the one in front of me with my quarterstaff, with two-handed.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That hits.
That's 11 damage.
Alright, and then you strike down on this wolf's head, and this was a very, like, hard-hitting strike. Unfortunately, it seems like the wolf just shakes it off. And where you would think there would be bleeding, like blood drawn, there is none of that.
Do I feel like he took any damage, or is he completely resistant?
From the look of it doesn't look like he took any damage at all.
Fuck! You're gonna force my hand? Oh shit!
Dumka's still like, it's a very big wolf.
It was a very big wolf.
No.
It was sick.
Fuck.
So you have a bonus action still.
I do have a bonus action. I'm just gonna take patient defense again, I think.
Okay. Take patient defense, getting into defensive posture to dodge any incoming attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so next up
I'm gonna
is...
yell over at my shoulder, Tremayne! Little
Reksha.
Aggie boys are in danger!
I'm getting up!
Okay.
Also, before we keep going, Tremayne, you need to remember, you probably don't have armor on.
I already took it off on my sheet. I did that as soon as this started.
Reksha, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. So...
You just saw this wolf take a very... Like, you heard the crack of this staff onto this creature's head, and it does not look phased in the slightest.
Then I will probably... It doesn't... So, I have my Blessing of the Forge feature.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say if it's a no action thing, so I can do that and then cast the spell as my action, right?
I don't know what this feature is.
Abuse magic into a weapon or set of armor to make it to give it a +1 bonus.
Okay, I mean, you can have... Which one would you have had done? Your weapon or armor?
At the end of a long rest.
So I haven't
So
done
it
it
would have
yet.
been on our way.
Well, you would have had it
here.
from your other... Because I'm assuming you're doing this every day, right? Because there's no reason not to do it, right?
That's true. I probably would have.
So just... What would you have had it enchanted with? Would you have had your armor or your weapon enchanted?
Reksha usually enchants his club.
Okay, well then it's enchanted with a +1, so it is magical.
what I am going to do with my action is probably oh, this is a bonus action, so I can whack him too. This is great. I'm going to probably look back at I'm gonna tell Tremayne to come here because
Everyone's telling me what to do.
because it's a touch spell. So, and then since I have to wait until next turn because Tremayne has to get over to me, then I'll use my bonus action and action to cast a Searing Smite at first level against it.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll then.
I still have advantage, right?
Yes, because this is the one with Fairy Fire on it.
Good. What's my plus to hit? Plus 5, so 24.
That hits.
I am going to do 1d8 plus 1d6, I believe. A d8 plus 3 plus 1d6. D8, 1d6. 5. So 5, 8, 12. Okay, so it takes 8 bludgeoning damage. That's magical now. And then it takes 4 fire damage. And yes, I think Searing Smite states.
Yeah, I think it has to make a saving throw, which it rolled a 1, so whatever saving throw it made, it failed. So
at the start of each of its turns, it must make a Constitution saving throw, and on a failed save, it takes a D6 fire damage.
Okay, so on its turn, it will take a D6.
Okay.
Which is actually next. So if you want to go ahead and roll a D6 for me.
It's on fire!
And then immediately takes, because I rolled max damage, another 6 fire damage.
And with that strike, this wolf is like engulfed in flames from your strike of your club. And,
okay, there's one here.
Now it is even more lit in this forest that you all any people with dark vision probably will have no disadvantages or anything now.
Yeah, so I strike it with the club, and like blue runes just kind of like make its way across its body and like flare up with fire every single time the damage goes off.
This wolf kind of whimpers back, and it's actually starting to look really rough. But Zach, you don't have to worry about that because it's sunlight. That's an issue for you. So.
I think I think his reaction is like his eyes are in infrared, so when that flame goes up, he's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, it takes a minute.
It takes a minute to adjust.
Yeah,
I'm the one in the really old wooden shack with a wolf that's on fire now, so I'm also like, "Oh shit!"
Well, this wolf is going to try and bite you again, Reksha.
Do your worst.
Okay, I keep rolling 1s for some reason. So that's gonna miss. It kind of like jumps at you, and you block it with your club that you have, and you're just like kind of like wrestling with it right now because it's like just gnawing on the middle part of your club.
You're being a very naughty little wolf.
So that is the end of its turn. So Tremayne.
Oh my god! Okay, finally, I will. I kind of scramble and grab at my sword because everyone's yelling at me. I plunge it in the ground and use it to get up using half of my movement. Am I able to get over to where Reksha is?
Yeah, because there's not enough room for you to
right there, right?
Really far away from each other. So yeah, you could get over there with 15 feet of movement.
Okay, so as I'm kind of like staggering up, I am going to step towards Reksha, but then at the last moment I skirt over to the side, and I'm going to use one of my superiority die to do a feinting attack maneuver. So I use my bonus action to expend a superiority die, and I add the damage. Okay, so you expend one superiority die and use a bonus action on your turn to add the total to the damage roll, and to gain advantage on your next attack roll against the chosen creature within 5 feet of this turn. So I already would have had advantage.
Yeah.
But I'm going to Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
So -5.
beat is that?
Okay.
Are you you're attacking the one that has fairy fire? I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, the one that's on Reksha, because I'm pretty sure that's the fairy fired one.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I get advantage.
You get advantage.
Yes.
Not a natural 20, unfortunately. That would have been lit. Actions. Greatsword is a +6, 14. That's a dirty 20 minus 5 is 15.
That hits.
Okay,
Go
and then I
roll
add
damage.
a +10. Oh. Okay, so that's 2 6s. Plus I get to add my superiority die. Which is a 5. So that's 17
12,
plus 4.
17.
17, 18,
21.
19, 20, 21 points of
Plus 10?
slashing damage. Oh!
31?
That is a very good roll.
12! 31 points of slashing damage from my greatsword as I step to the side at the last moment and then lunge back into it with my sword.
And as your sword makes contact with the side of this creature's very tough hide, does not penetrate it.
Cool, love that.
Oh.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything. That's it.
One more turn. You have one more turn, and I'll be able to help you.
It's gonna be yep. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, so it's the other wolf's turn, and this is the one fighting Zach. So it is going to continue to try and attack you with a disadvantage because of your patient defense. That's going to miss you because you're a monk. So that is only a 10.
No, 19 beats.
So this one is still trying to just find contact with you as it's trying to just bite. And you just keep knocking it out of your way with their open hand and just able to make this creature not make contact with you. So that is going to be the end of its turn. So it is back to Dumka.
Okay. So I saw Tremayne hit it really, really, really hard.
Yes, this thing should have been skewered.
I'm not the smartest person.
No, but even you would have known this thing should have been a kebab at this point, because that was a very you heard the impact, and that's very hard to
yeah, when you hear the impact, but there's no blood or anything.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
I hate you,
he
Derek.
sees that. He's going to take his little lightning blade.
Uh-huh.
And he's panicking a little bit. And so what Tremayne and Reksha see is actually, because you've never actually seen him panic, there's little sparks of static discharge that are coming off of his hands. But all of those sparks are actually getting sucked into his hammer. So it seems that if he didn't have his hammer around, he would just start basically being ball lightning and just kind of so it's all kind of, he's panicking and it's building up into the hammer, and so he's going to try, and Reksha's kind of got it in the mouth. He's gonna try and cut it in half.
Sure.
He's going to technically cast Booming Blade,
Okay.
as it collects all of that energy in it.
Sure.
Which just means he's still going to take a regular swing with
You have
his.
advantage.
Thank you.
Yeah, with your lightning blade.
Okay. I think I'll roll again to see if I get a natural 20. I do not, but that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so it's going to be 2d8 lightning damage from the lightning blade, because he's not technically using the hammer itself. So that's going to be 11 lightning damage
Okay.
plus 1 technically,
12?
because he gets a dex bonus, so 12 lightning damage, and it's sheathed in booming energy as he discharges all of the energy that's been building up onto it.
Gotcha. And this creature is as you make contact with this lightning blade, you kind of slash through and leave a very sizable gash in like the shoulder area of this wolf, and looks like it is barely standing.
I will quicken and do it again.
Okay.
So I'll burn 2 sorcery points to slash again with another booming blade cast.
All right. Go ahead and make another attack.
So he slices down, and actually what happens is the built-up electricity pulls the blade back up, like magnetized, and pulls it back up through reverse-wise. So I'll roll again. Ooh, still at advantage.
Still have advantage because very fired.
Higher. Nope. Ah, what a waste. 'Tis 10. 10 to hit.
Yeah, unfortunately that misses.
What a waste of my sorcery points. Oh well.
This wolf sees the second strike coming and like just makes a sidestep from the impact of this sword that was once a hammer.
Okay.
You can do anything else?
That is action. I still. Is there a window?
No, there is no windows on this building.
I'm just stuck in here.
Yeah, you're just stuck in there until Reksha moves.
Dumka will say, just get out of the way. If it tries to move, it will. My magic will. Just move. Get out of the way.
No need to be rude.
All right. So now it is Zach. It is your turn. You currently have this wolf still attacking you, even though you are dodging all of its strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And this other wolf that is standing in front of Reksha and Dumka, looking very rough, like it's barely standing. And this thing's probably about 10 feet away from you. The other one, at least.
No one's looking. Just do it. Just do it.
You don't gotta. You can just keep swinging ineffectively. I mean, that's what I gotta do.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
That's what I thought. Yeah, no, he's going... Is it an action to light a torch?
Yes, it would be an action to light a torch. Or you could light a torch and then you could attack with the torch on next turn. If you wanted.
This is so thrilling. I'm like eating my hot Cheetos so excitedly.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm torn as my character. He's not gonna do anything until it looks like we're gonna die. Looks like we're not gonna die yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's been pretending this whole time. It wouldn't make sense for him to do it now.
No, I think... Yeah, I think he's just gonna hit it again. Do I even need to roll? Because, like, it's not gonna damage him even if I hit.
You can roll if you want, but yeah, it's not gonna do any damage if you want. So...
Yeah, it hits, but yeah.
Okay.
So he's
Make
just
contact
maintaining
again,
the patient defense.
Okay.
And maintaining that he's hitting it, but
nothing's happening.
nothing's happening. So he's like, a little help over here, brother. Brother.
So with that, it is now Reksha. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to look at Tremayne. You can handle this, right? I'm going to make sure that Zach doesn't get hurt.
I mean, I can't. I just hit it. That was one of the best attacks I've ever done, and it did nothing. But sure.
Don't worry. I have a feeling that this time it will go a lot better, and I'm going to put my hand on hers, and blue runes will go up her arm and down onto her sword as I cast magic weapon, I think.
Hey.
There you go.
That'll do it.
So now that it's considered a magic weapon, does it get a D4 or is that a different spell? That might be elemental weapon.
It just becomes a +1 weapon.
Okay. Yeah. So now your greatsword is a +1.
Hey.
And I'm going to take an opportunity attack if I have to. But moving over.
Yes, it will get attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
Which I don't think is going to hit you because that is going to be a 12.
Nope. So I just kind of like scoot away from its snarling claws, and I still have an action because magic weapon is a bonus action, and I'm basically running at the wolf that's attacking Zach, and I'm going to try to flank it and then bop it.
Okay. I mean, technically, yes, you could get into a flanking position. This is probably something we should have discussed a little bit before. Are we going to be doing flanking rolls? So that means that I would be able to use flanking against you.
Yeah, flanking's litty.
Yeah, I'm down with flanking.
Let chaos reign!
You would have advantage on this creature because you are flanking with Zach.
Okay. I get so close to a natural 20 every time. That's a 19 plus. That's a 19 plus 5 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So it takes 1d8 plus 4 because I have a +1 club right now. That's not very good. 7 bludgeoning
7
damage.
points? Alright.
Yeah.
This is the first time that this creature has actually been hit to where it is taking damage, so it is still looking like it's a little unfazed from the impact of the hammer that you hit it with. But it definitely took you could definitely tell it actually took damage this time, so.
You're gonna be phased next turn, buddy.
So, that being said, it is the wolf's turn that has the fairy fire on it. It is going to, as it took its reaction to attack Reksha, as you ran away from the wolf, it actually turns back and looks at Dumka. And it is just going to walk slowly towards you and is going to attack you.
If it walked slowly towards me, my booming blade energy shall...
True. It didn't know that, so yeah. Also, this one's on fire, so it needs to make a con save, right?
Yep.
Yes, it needs to make a con save.
So, go ahead and roll your d6. Because it's going to play
roll my d8.
Yeah.
Max damage, so it takes 6 more fire damage.
Okay.
And 5 thunder damage.
Concentration, though.
No one took damage from.
But magic weapon.
Right. Magic. Yeah.
Oh,
so you
right,
didn't have
yeah,
your.
you wouldn't have it. It would go off.
Smite. So how much was your damage from booming blade?
Well,
5. Right?
Searing Smite, I thought was concentration until you make the attack. Do you have to maintain concentration while it's on fire?
Yeah, you have to maintain concentration to keep it on fire also. I'm pretty sure. That's normally how all those smites.
It says, on a successful save, the spell ends if the target or creature within 5 feet uses an action to put out the flames or some other effect douses the flames, such as the target being submerged in water, the spell ends. I don't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, because it's still... I'm pretty sure it's considered a concentration spell still, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have...
Sorry.
It would have dropped from that, but...
It's fine.
5 thunder damage.
It is still standing then. It would have died. Unfortunately, it is not moving out of range of her gate.
Okay.
So, it is going to attack you.
It is going to bite me.
Yes, it is going to bite you. And that is going to be a 22.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to need you to make a con save.
I mean, those are pretty good.
And you take 7 points of piercing damage.
I have a +6 to con saves, and it's just an 11.
Alright, good to know.
Yeah. Okay, 6 piercing damage?
6 piercing damage, yes.
I have to make another con save, this time at advantage, to keep concentration on my lightning blade.
Yes.
And that's, that's what I was looking for, Dumka, the 23. Well, lightning blade's still up.
Nice. Well, that is the end of the wolf's turn. So now it is going to be Tremayne.
My dice are like betraying me right now, so I was trying to like tame them. Okay, so I look at my blade that's like glowing at this energy. And I kind of shrug.
You look at as Dumka is screaming from inside of the,
It's
cabin.
like biting into like the scales. It's like, come here!
Yeah,
Being a poo head, I will just come up behind it. Am I able to like get flank? If it went right for Dumka, I'm basically flanking already.
Yeah, you could flank with Dumka to get advantage. I mean, technically that's fire, so it's already at advantage.
Oh yeah. So, I'd like to hurt it, please, Great Weapon Master, please.
You go ahead and make that attack roll.
Metal dice. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Well, damn.
I think it's dead, but I want to see how high this gets.
Yeah, I want to see the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see.
Okay, I don't have my superiority die on it.
Yeah, but you have that plus 10.
I do have the, so okay,
And
so
you're
we're
gonna
at,
double 2d6.
oh, and I have a great weapon thing with crits that I get.
Yeah, you roll an extra damage die, right? Is that what it is? Great weapon die?
On your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with one, you can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
So you could move and go attack the other one if you wanted.
Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Damn.
Oh, and it's a +1, so 24.
Plus 10, so...
No, that is plus 10, because I rolled a 6 and a 3. So it's
Okay.
10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, plus 1 for magic weapon is 25.
Okay.
Oh wait, the dice are doubled because it's a crit! I can't do math!
You do a lot of... You're scary!
Anyways.
No, I want it 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
That is a nice...
I skewer it the way that...
Yes.
Up the butt.
This, you almost see this great sword protrude from the mouth of this wolf as Tremayne comes up behind it and just destroys this
Yikes.
creature.
Up the bunghole.
And it falls over, and it is currently dead.
And then I kind of like use my foot to like push the body off of the sword. I twirl the greatsword in my hand and I kind of give Dumka a little and then I am gonna turn around and run with my foot. And I am going to go and try to hit the other one.
Yep. You making the Great Weapon Master too?
Yeah.
Alright. You don't have advantage on this one though.
That's okay. Oh, that's D6s. I don't want D6s. I want a D20 to do this. Okay. And you know what? I dropped my die. Can I'm gonna do a trip attack.
Okay.
Also. Which gives me the extra damage, potentially. No. Yo,
Roll another one.
I'm literally not even kidding. Like, wait, it's this pink one. I literally just rolled another. I'm literally not even playing.
You're being bubbles right now, and I love it because you have a great
Go ahead,
sword.
roll this damage.
And I get the
Throwing it
extra
has to hurt,
D6.
so.
Okay. And I can reroll 1s and 2s.
So you're gonna double the superiority die too.
Which is I rolled 6s across.
Nice.
God.
So that's 18, 36, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51? Is that right? If I rolled 6, 6, 6,
That's 18.
Times 2.
doubled,
Doubled to
is 36.
36,
Yeah, 30.
plus 10 is 46, plus...
47, 48, 49, 50 for my damage.
And then plus
51
1
for
from-
the +1. And if it needs to make a strength saving throw if it's large or smaller.
That doesn't even matter. How would you like to kill this one too? Because you had exactly 51 HP left.
You know what? Tremayne was like overcome with shame that
Uh-huh.
first hit that was like pretty freaking good did not hit. So now she's just like as close as a non-barbarian can get to like
Uh-huh.
a happy barbarian rage. And like while Zach and Reksha are there, like, tag teaming it, I'm just going to walk up, and I'm just, like, sideways, like, I just lunge into it, and I with so much force that I, like, lift it up, and kind of, like, come down, like, on its body. I don't even know what just happened.
It's all limp off of your blade as it collapses to the ground. And the danger seems like it is over for the time being. We'll take a few seconds to catch your breath. And then, all of a sudden, these wolves' bodies start to shift back into humanoid bodies.
Yep.
Yep.
Here it is.
You see two male individuals laying on the ground with stab wounds throughout their bodies. And I think that is where we're going to end tonight.
Oh, shit!
Oh, Lord.
Yo, we gotta check these bodies for signet rings.
Yeah, we do on the amulet, yeah.
Am I not one?
Oh, boy.
These bodies are completely naked.
Oh.
Fighters' martial classes are insane. When you can actually hit things.
Yeah.
Bah.
Wowie, guys.
Well, no, it's a fun game, guys.
GG.
Wow.
I want to keep playing.
I know.
Derek, I want to keep playing.
We will continue playing next week. As long as
Yeah.
everybody is around. So
Just so you know, if you kill my horse, I'm quitting Probo. I'm gone.
how about we'll do this right now. How about you just go ahead and roll a percentile dice for me?
I just double critted in a row. I'm literally gonna roll. I'm literally gonna roll so bad. Like this is
I
like.
was joking, anyways. We'll find out what happens when you get back to the horse in the first place. You know, it's fine.
I mean, I rolled it, but.
Well, I mean, you probably shouldn't tell me what that is.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. It's kind of low.
I have a nice meme that I would like to give everybody.
A meme?
A meme. I've just made it.
For little old us. A little meme.
If you guys have been watching, remember to check out littledragoncorp.com and enter the coupon code PROBONUS, PROBONUS at checkout and get 10% off your order, cause they're awesome like that.
And also check out Cardboard Castle Games, a game shop local to Evans, Georgia. They're really litty. They gave us some cool stuff for some giveaways. Please check them out.
Hell yeah.
And don't forget to check out all of our other games. We have a game every night of the week, pretty much. Sometimes we have more than one game. We got what you need.
Ink, are you gonna share with the stream, or are we gonna hop off?
How do I share it with the stream?
I don't know.
It's in the chat. You can pull it up.
Oh no.
Everything's going fine. Then boom. I have lycanthropy.
Then boom.
Oh no.
Alright.
Then boom. I have lycanthropy.
Hey Derek, wanna take us out with our usual probo?
The Probo sign out.
Probo sign out?
Sure. If you find yourself being attacked by what appears to be werewolves, and you unfortunately have been bitten by one, remember to add that proficiency bonus to that con saving throw.
Hell yeah!
Or you might find yourself into some trouble.
Oh no.
I don't even think adding my proficiency bonus would have saved me. I
have a +6 to Constitution saves. I have the highest Constitution save in this party.
Good game, guys.
Like it is.
We will see you later. Okay, love you.
GG.
Can't wait.
Bye-bye.
Hi.